They're like, what will the children look like?
Right.
I don't know, motherfucker. Italian? Like what?
Yeah, right,
you know?
right.
What are you worried about?
Exactly.
Like Meghan Markle makes Kamala Harris look like Michelle Obama. Like, you know what I mean? Like she is so like, what are you worried about? She's like, the baby's gonna look like Greco-Roman. That's fine. Y'all love them. Y'all love Romans. They like everything you like. Conquest, you know, bloodshed, endless war, fucking children. They like all the stuff you like. Oh shit, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Light Roast. I'm your host, Damian Turner.
I'm Jason Jones.
And this is the show where we talk about the coffee and roast the news. It's been a fun week. I don't know why I'm talking like that, like it's such a fake show. I'm like, this is a fun show. I'm having a good week. And today...
It's angsty, up-tempo, energetic music, man. So your voice just goes like, wah! Gets right up there with it. It's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Feels right.
How you feeling today?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
One word answers.
Pretty good. Yeah. Let's kill that intro music. There we go.
There you go.
All right.
That actually went over well today. Everything played smoothly.
That was smooth.
Yeah. No hiccups, no weird stuff today.
Sure.
We did a good job. I'm proud of us.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's good. I needed that. I woke up like, I don't know. I woke up like angry today. You ever have those days where you wake up and like before you even know how you feel, you're pissed about something?
Yeah.
Which is what I get. For looking at Facebook first thing in the morning. Don't look at Facebook.
Right.
Don't look at Facebook when you wake up. It's not a good idea.
There's only so the question is, you know, do you check Facebook before or while you pee? Because there's only two options. You know?
I did it before this morning, that was a bad idea.
Right? Yeah,
it was not a good idea.
If you can make it till after you pee, then maybe like
seriously, it's good to like if you can wait till you poop. Yeah. Really, that's good. Dude. Wait till that first dump in the morning. For
sure,
that's a good time.
And that usually means I've had my coffee too.
Now you're revved up and you have time to sit there and be really extra mad for a good 15 minutes if you really take your time.
Oh yeah, then you got some juice behind that angst and energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's alive and ready to fucking go.
Oh.
Unhinged.
No, it was just there were too many. I tried to let it go.
On the first person you see too, just like
But so okay. But so you know how like you have those friends. Everybody's got these now, I think. Anyone who thinks that they're halfway sane and rational, which is everybody. I think we all have these friends, right? Where you like them. They're good people. Mm-hmm. You know them in person. You know they mean well generally as a person. But then they say stupid things online. Yep. So apparently, and this is how I found out about this. Like I didn't like read a news source to find out about this, but apparently I guess they're making a new something, Space Jam or some shit. I don't know. They're making a new Warner Brothers
animated,
Looney Tunes
sports movie or something.
Yeah. And Pepe Le Pew.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it will not be. Yeah, there it is. Pepe Le Pew will not be appearing in Warner Brothers Space Jam sequel.
It's because he's black, right?
I would say yes, but it's Space Jam. Like. It was centered around
the black
guy. Yeah. You kind of need a black guy for Space Jam, right? So they need us for that, so that's okay. I don't think it's because he's black. I think it's because he's a fucking rapist. Like,
yeah, could be that.
Yeah, they're like he's a little problematic. That Pepe,
that's a safer,
right? Yeah. And so this 34-year-old, 35-year-old friend of mine is mad. Because they're not letting, and it's not even like they're canceling Pepe Le Pew. And let's be real, Pepe should have been canceled a long time ago. I think Chappelle has a joke about Pepe Le Pew from like 25 years ago, like 20 years ago.
Sure.
I think it was like his first, I'm pretty sure, first stand-up special.
Right.
I forget which one that was. Oh yeah, Killing Them Softly, the first one.
Man, like
and he's talking about Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah.
And how he's like sitting down to watch it with his nephew or something like that. Like, hey, well, he's like, yeah, my nephew's like, sometimes you got to just take the pussy like Pepe. He's like, whoa, like,
no, consent.
Yeah. So like,
Gross.
so yeah, like what I I mean, this is where I don't go with like fuck cancel culture narrative, because
I don't either.
I'm all right with that. Like some stuff,
that's right.
Some stuff should die.
That's right.
Some stuff should die.
And there's a difference between actually what we're calling cancel culture and free enterprise.
Sure.
And the decisions of companies participating in free enterprise.
Sure.
Who weigh out the pros and cons of promoting things that are now very culturally relevant.
Sure.
And they should have been relevant back then, but they weren't at the time. And now that they are, the company's making new decisions, and they're choosing not to promote this character on their own.
Yeah.
They're not necessarily being canceled. They're being good about making money.
Well, yeah.
So you can't. So
not even
they
like
want
a
the
moral...
both worlds. They want to be able to fight on both sides of that argument. And you can't, because you got to let companies, do that, because they're gonna anyway, they're just making a good decision.
They're making a good decision, and I mean, and like again, even just from a social standpoint, not taking into account from a moral standpoint, which, let's be clear, is not Warner Brothers' standpoint. It's not moral.
No, it's not.
It's just capital.
It's not. That's right.
Yeah, it's a capital standpoint.
Right.
It's not a moral standpoint.
Yep.
But even from a moral standpoint, like, yeah, man, like that character exhibited some really inappropriate and like potentially harmful in real life behavior. Like these, that behavior shouldn't be exemplified, and either the character should drastically change, or it should just be phased out.
Yeah.
It's just a character. It's not a person losing their job.
Yep.
Now
people
on
take
the
it
other
so
hand,
personally. I don't understand that. So personally.
Right? Yeah. And I just, dude, what are adults doing getting mad about cartoons? Like, you don't fucking watch it? Like, get the hell out of here. Dude, this guy's 35 years old. Like, well, and it's the same stupid argument. Well, I guess not. It really reminded me of, oh, so I guess you're just gonna throw away history, huh? You just want to destroy history, just throw away history. You can't throw out history. First of all, people throw away history all the time.
Sure we do. Oh yeah, it's a thing.
All the time. My history was thrown away long before I was born, so I don't want to hear that shit. And second of all, that's not what it is. Like, that's not what this is. I forget exactly what he said, but it was just really over dramatic.
Yeah.
And then, of course, a bunch of right wingers jumped in to be like, oh, I bet a bunch of your liberal friends are going to get all pissed off now because they're fucking snowflakes. And I was just like, yo, bro, like, you're being a dumbass.
Isn't that the group doing the canceling, though? Right? So what do you...
I mean, they've been trying to cancel my ass for 400 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, dude, I was just like, I don't know, man. Like, no, my friend knows who he is. I'm not going to, like, call him out or whatever. And, like, nothing against him. But it was just another one of those, like, like, I know you're a good guy. And, like, what, again, it's like back to that question for me of, like, what on earth who around you is, like, poisoning your brain with these bullshit perspectives? Like, you lose nothing from Pepe Le Pew not being in the new Space Jam. Like,
yeah, you lose nothing.
You lose absolutely nothing.
And that's where you want to put your effort and your voice out into the world right now. You want to defend that point. You know
who else I bet is happy about Pepe Le Pew going away? French people.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Like, what an insulting...
Absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of Americans grew up thinking that's a representation of French culture.
Yeah. They're like, oh, French men just grab women and have that stupid accent that he has, and they all dress like butlers. And like...
Yeah. It's kind of bizarre. Mm-hmm. It's pretty detached from reality.
Yeah, man. It's an ugly, mean stereotype from the 40s, First appearance was in 1945. Like, who can let him die? Yeah. Let him die. He's what? Like 76, 77?
Yeah.
It's time. Yep. It's time to go.
Yep. So. Yeah, he kind of comes from that that Frank Sinatra period, right? Isn't that kind of like
40s,
kind of the 40s, 50s, the golden era of like that kind of machismo,
right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Frank Sinatra, the guy who's what was the name of his famous song? Oh yeah, My Way.
My Way, yeah. Sure, right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Luck be a lady to be with me.
Yeah,
Fucking asshole.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So, yeah, he was notorious for being terrible to women.
Right.
Yeah. So, like, fucking
Right.
whatever. Let him die. Who cares? Pepe Le Pew. Let him die.
Sure.
Kill him. He's a
Sure.
skunk. He's a skunk. He fucking stinks. And that's
Bye-bye.
and that's right. And isn't that the thing about
Bye-bye.
the character, right? He's always chasing the cat, and the cat is like, "You stink. Get off of me." Which is also again more of the nasty stereotypes about French people, that they all stink. That's an old stereotype.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of layers.
There's
yeah.
everything wrong. There's no upside to this character.
Right. Yeah, it's I have no need to carry on a bunch of toxic traditions.
Yeah. Whatever.
Like these characters, they're a tradition,
It's just like these people who are like mad about the six Dr. Seuss books that you don't remember.
Dude, right?
It's not even all of Dr. Seuss. Just the ones that no one read in the first place.
Right.
Because they sucked.
Right. I had a meeting with a lawyer the other day. Melissa and I went and we were setting up some paperwork for the baby, and the lawyer's partner gave us a gift, and it was a Dr. Seuss book. And then as soon as she handed it to me, I said, "Oh, is this one of the 6 canceled ones?" She was like, she said, "I don't know." But anyway, I was just like, I don't know if this is or it isn't, but who knows,
Right.
But reading back through it, I don't think it was. It was actually one of the ones. It's pretty advanced. It's really not one of the really simple childlike ones with a lot of the pictures that we were familiar with. It's actually one of the more advanced ones. But yeah, it's much more advanced. The language they're using is much more geared to adults. So
a lot of it was. Some of it. What's the dude? The Lorax. The original Lorax. Remember that animated movie? That was some heavy shit, man.
Gotcha.
It really
I didn't see that. But
man, I grew up watching that.
Yeah,
I am the
cool.
Lorax. I speak for the trees.
Neat.
Yeah, he was bad, man. He was coming after the corporations. It was a whole thing about corporate interests, bulldozing, on land, and disenfranchising people and pitting them against each other. He had the one about the Sneetches, where there was the Sneetches with stars upon theirs and the Sneetches with no stars, and how they hated each other and thought one was better than the other. It was a whole racism allegory. Oh, there's the book.
Oh, there it is. Melissa heard me talking about it.
Wait, are we gonna get canceled if we show the book? No. I can't believe it. And then they showed the Dr. Seuss book, and I was triggered by it because just the very sight of Dr. Seuss reminds me that somebody else might have pain of racism. I don't have it because I'm a middle-class white person, but somebody else could have it, and that makes me upset potentially. And I'm gonna pretend to fight for them. Anyway.
Right. Oh, so it is actually geared to adults. You're only old once.
Ha!
So there we go.
Hey,
right.
that is true,
And, there's nothing in I mean, there's just a lot of dated language in here that I don't even know what some of these words mean. You can tell they're using words and rhyming with stuff and kind of using wordplay that we don't still use anymore.
Right,
or we
stuff
use
that's
differently.
no longer relevant.
But we read it the other night, and I was thinking, nothing's really standing out. But I might could go through it with a fine-tooth comb and really be like, hey, this is kind of like weird, But yeah. Anyway, got this the other day. Speaking of Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, it's like the people who are. I don't understand. I don't understand what adults are so upset about.
Losing tradition. That I think that's a really and it's like kind of what we were talking about earlier with nostalgia and feeling like there's something that you need to carry on from the past to like validate your world, or for you to feel the joy that maybe people felt doing this thing in the past, or I don't know. It feels like you're trying to recreate something over and over and over again.
Right.
And sometimes that's okay and that's good, and you can get better at things. But sometimes it's fucking toxic.
I think maybe people associate. I think people associate.
Keeps us from progressing.
The things they like with themselves, with the character of themselves.
Oh yeah,
I like this thing, therefore it is me.
Yeah, I identify with these this thing is expressing.
I am this
I am
anime
this, yeah.
character.
Mhm.
I am
Oh, yeah.
supreme. I am, whatever it is people wear or watch, or more and more. And a lot of people in our generation, there's a lot of y'all out there in your 30s and 40s identifying way too much with the media you consume, like more than. And I'm saying this, I'm a 36-year-old goth kid, and I'm telling you, you're too wrapped up in your youth culture. Okay. God, man, if I meet another parent who tells me what clan they're from, or what house they're from,
oh yeah,
fuck out of here.
Yep.
Like, dude,
I'm a Slytherin.
you're from no, you're not a Slytherin. You're a suburban single family. That's
There
what
you
house
go.
you're from.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
you're from.
Yep.
And it's a 1 bedroom because you don't have your shit together. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't have my shit together. I have 3 roommates, but that is none of your concern. We're not talking about me right now. We're talking about you. But yeah, so that was a weird way to wake up. It was it was just one of those like, no, I'm friends with you. I can't just write you off, but I've got to say something. Like I was just like, so okay, dude. So let's say that there's something that, like, I don't know, is like really offensive and damaging to, let's say, black people.
Yep.
Like, fuck me because I'm sensitive. Like, I don't know, bro. Maybe reconsider that position. It seems like a weird hill to die on. It could be you.
Yeah.
I mean, he is a Cuban from Florida. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of. We played a show together in Sanford once. He didn't seem concerned. I was scared. But actually, that's
right, okay, yeah, all right, I see what you're saying.
That's a funny story though, actually, because we played. I was in this industrial band, and we played. It was not like a mean badass industrial band, like a pretty glam with makeup industrial band. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I was probably the most rugged motherfucker in the band, and I was, and that's not saying a lot. And it was this like industrial goth festival in the daytime at a biker bar in Sanford, Florida, like right around the time that the Trayvon Martin trial was happening. And I was like, why are we here?
Shit.
Oh, yeah. And half the audience meant to be there for the festival, and the other half was just regulars.
Yeah.
Just regulars at the bar.
Oh, fuck.
And in the middle of like our second song, I want to say, the keyboardist, who was the principal songwriter, and this is the guy who made this post. I love him. I love you, buddy. If you're watching this, you know I do. You know I love you. So he's playing the keyboards. He's hooked into his laptop, which is like an old, Windows, old like Acer laptop or something like that.
Sure.
So it needs the battery charger plugged into it at all times to run, because that battery is dead otherwise, right?
Got a laptop around here.
Well, he decides he's gonna pick up his like full size 49 key keyboard and try to play it like
a guitar.
But it has no strap, so he's holding he's carrying the thing.
Shit.
He's cradling this 49 key keyboard.
One leg up.
Oh man, no, not even. And he pulls the thing and just yanks the USB out of the computer out of the battery cable onto the floor. All the tracks stop simultaneously. Now it's me and my guitar and the microphone and the singer, who also, I love you, buddy. Little tone deaf.
Okay.
little tone deaf. Little
needed some work at the time.
We little trouble.
Okay.
Carrying a tune. Okay. Good guy. Really good guy.
Yeah.
Great performer.
You're a good guy.
Good guy. Needed some work on the scales. He's looking at me like, I don't know what to do. I'm looking at the other dude like,
keep going.
I'm looking at the other guy like, pick it up fast, right?
Let's do this.
Now I'm looking at a room full of pissed off goth kids and bikers who are looking at my black ass on the stage. I'm the only black person in the room. It's like a 3-room bar. I'm the only black person in all 3 of the rooms. It's just full of black. And they're all looking at me like, well, you made us listen to this much. So what else you got, right?
What else you got?
So I started playing fucking Johnny Cash. I did like the scene from the movie where I was like, hello. I'm Johnny Cash.
Nice. All right.
Started singing Folsom Prison Blues.
All right.
Those boys were patting me on my fucking shoulders and buying me shots all night long. Hey, man, you heard those boys sing that Johnny Cash? I'm like watching on the boy. They're like, you heard that boy sing that Johnny Cash? Hey, man, he was good.
Right.
He sounded like him. He really
Right.
got down there, man. He was great. Ugh.
I bet the room smelled like some good leather.
It did. It did. It smelled like leather, whiskey, sweat, and blood. That's what it smelled like.
Yep. It's one thing we all got in common. Some good leather in here.
And just a hint of piss. Just a hint.
Yeah,
Just
because
a
nobody's wearing
touch.
underwear under their leather.
Just sometimes people
So you got
piss
a little,
in places.
little dribble.
I mean, it wasn't in like a nice part of Sanford. You know what I mean? Like it was.
Yeah.
It was
It's
nice
the
on that
sweaty
block,
part.
but like a couple blocks, you could tell there was some fucked up shit going on. I was like, it looks like some drug deals happened down there. I've been to the hood before. I know what it looks like.
A couple of Giuliani press conferences happen over on that end.
Yeah, you get the idea. Yeah, a couple of loading docks.
Yeah.
Really some some storage containers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You might hear screams out of one of them every once in a while.
Okay.
You're walking by and just.
Yeah. Strange animals.
And you keep walking. You keep walking because you don't know what's going on with that.
Right.
Those aren't your people. They don't belong.
Business.
They don't belong to you. You know.
Right.
They belong to those are somebody's people.
You don't have a receipt. You lost your receipts.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. They
can't claim those.
They can tell you where the transaction happened. All blockchain. It's stored. It's in there.
We can use blockchain for everything. Trafficking plus.
Oh, it's gotten dark real fast.
It took a weird turn.
It's the types of turns I like to take, baby. That's what I like to do.
It's a deep, dark roast there.
Yeah, the deep, dark roast. Tune into our new show, The Deep Dark Roast.
The dark roast. Hang on.
We're talking about the worst news we can find. How am I the only person in our room? It's just me.
Well,
we're not even in our own room. Well, wait, you can't do that.
That's great. Nah, there's a couple of folks listening.
Oh, there are? Okay.
Yeah, I see a couple.
I can tell.
Hey, everybody. Welcome.
What's going on, guys?
Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah.
My name's Jason. This is Damian.
That is who we are. Those are our names. They're mine's written on a piece of paper.
Hey, Melissa.
Hey, Melissa's here.
Welcome.
Oh, now it says 2. There
How do you feel about some coffee?
I feel great about some coffee.
Feel
I need
good?
some coffee.
All right.
I have some coffee, but I need some coffee.
Yeah, we need a hot cap off.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, neat. Let me go. That water's probably still hot.
Yeah.
But I got everything else right here ready to go. Let me go grab it.
Okay. I believe you. Oh shit, I'm on our Twitch also. That's not good. Let's see. What are we drinking? What are we drinking today? We got it right here.
More like Costa Rica. I think we tried that.
It's the Costa Rica Cafe Vita. That's what we did last time. Is it? Yeah, with the CR95 and the bourbon.
Yeah.
The milk chocolate and raspberry
with
covered almonds.
a little bit of the Ethiopian kimbata in there.
Okay.
So we have still got the same beans as last time.
Okay. We got the same beans.
Yeah.
But now what we've done, see, this is what you're gonna get on our lazy days. Here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna take the last 2 blends. No, sorry, we're gonna take the last 2 types that we drank and just mix them together.
Yeah.
And that's what's called a blend.
Yeah.
It's a blend.
Seasonal.
It's a seasonal blend. when you go to your local coffee shop, when you go to Starbucks or wherever the fuck you go, and they're like, try this new blend.
Gotta do the hands.
For this new blend.
Yes.
We have a new blend for $7.50 for 10 ounces. Try this new blend. That's where all they did is they just took that Pike Place crap that just the basic American coffee. They just blended 2 of them shits. They took the light and they took the medium and they just mixed them together.
That's
right.
They
They didn't blend anything. They just threw them into a bag with their hands, with their bare hands. They just reached into just a big sack of just old ass beans. They were like, we can't sell these as they are anymore because they've just gone bad, basically, right? They're like, oh well, what we'll do? We're just throw them into another sack. We'll make a blend. We're gonna blend it.
Yeah, use the hand. Big hands.
We're gonna blend it, but they don't even do this. I'm doing this because they want you to feel like a blend. Oh, it's a blend.
Gotta sell the sizzle.
I'm gonna hit my microphone a few times. There you go. That sounds nice. Yeah. So that's what we're doing today. We're giving you the soup special. Where they just take all the stuff that's about to go bad from all the previous week, and they just put it all here, eat this shit. Here you go, you poor piece of shit. You have no money. Here, take this for $4. It's all the old shit that's going bad. You can have this.
Yeah, the fish is about to turn. Kind of thing.
Right, the fish soup. Don't ever have the fish soup.
Yeah.
Never have the fish soup special. It's bad fish with worse vegetables. It's all the stuff where if they just chopped it up and put it on a plate for you, you'd be like, I'm not eating that shit.
I wonder if I have a timer here on my. Do I have a clock?
I think we've done this 3 times now. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, that's right. The solution is the tablet. God damn it. We got this.
All right. I was about to read this mission on the back of the bag just to have something to read, but I don't think I'm.
Yeah, what's the mission? Is
I-
it the growers or is it Rev's mission?
It's Rev's mission.
Okay.
Gotta read it all folksy. For some of us, a cup of coffee is more than an answer to grogginess. It is our opening statement to the day. Jesus Christ.
Sell the sizzle.
A good cup of meticulously sourced and lovingly roasted coffee is a call. Is it a call, really?
It is.
Is a call to embracing the delicate notes of a moment. That's some shit right there. The notes of a moment. Does your moment have notes?
The sizzle.
Is that what you're thinking when you have a good moment? Because you're thinking, I'm getting notes of self-satisfaction right now. I'm getting some hints of
integrity. I'm feeling my charisma is now radiating.
Oh my God. the delicate notes of a moment, to embarking on things familiar with a sense of adventure, and to savoring the bitter with the bright. There again, they're trying. You guys are really stretching the word bright. The bitter with the bright. Those are both the same. That's the same thing, palate-wise. Bitter is bright, or maybe sour. Is that what you mean by bright? Does it mean sour?
Bright to me seems to just mean like what? Like, is it standing out?
Yeah,
like,
but
what stands out over other things? That's the brightness.
Yeah, but they said. Well, I would agree, but they said savoring the bitter with the bright, like the opposites.
That's kind of like saying, those old ass beans that them old nasty ones we threw in there. We found some other ones that are going to counteract that flavor.
Right? Yeah. We got some bitter ones, and then we got some other old ones that they're a bit brighter. They're got some bright beans. You mean they've got a layer of mold on them?
Yes.
That is
on the north side.
Yes.
Of the farm. There's some mold that grows. We have people that prefer that.
Gives them a nice bright color. Yeah, I mean, if you get the right mold, let me tell you, that is some fun coffee.
Oh yeah, north mold.
Let me tell you, if you drink the beans with the north mold, you're gonna need to carve out a good 6 to 8 hours of your day.
Yes.
That's when that's how we get.
It's worth it.
That's how we get them alien abductions up here in the mountains. We drink the bright beans, and then the gray people show up, and they stick things in our buttholes. That's how that happens.
It's like a near-death experience. It's better than drugs, I tell you.
Better than drugs. Who, boy, I tell you. I want to make a Facebook.
Better than drugs
right now. No. No, although that does follow logically from. See, I tried to post I'm so bad. With this stuff.
Your reading of the Rev coffee bag definitely reminds me of Tegrity Farms. Melissa was saying the same thing. She's like, this reminded me of Tegrity.
That's exactly what it makes me think of.
At Randy Marsh.
At Rev Coffee Roasters, we know. At Rev Coffee Roasters, we know that each day is a journey.
Right.
And we are honored that you have chosen to let us be a part of yours.
Now we need like a little, just a little like jingle of a banjo picking in the background.
Dude, I can't
picking music.
I can't wait till their new shit comes out. They're doing some other new special. I don't think it's a whole season.
Okay.
But it's South Park spelled with a Q at the end. P-A-R-Q.
Okay.
Oh
okay.
man.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I can't wait.
What is the O? Is it
Q?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, that's
Come
what I'm
on.
hearing too.
Yeah. Oh
okay.
yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, they're gonna go full Q. They gotta go Q.
I'm like, I can't wait. I can't wait.
That's hilarious. All right. So coffee is ready. Let me dump this a little bit, and I'll pour it in our cups.
Nice. All right, so I'm just gonna announce here. Hey guys, or hey y'all. There you go. That is Southern and non-gender specific. Hey y'all.
Y'all has now reached
Live on
all four corners of the United States.
Live on Twitch.
It is now a universal term used pretty much throughout.
Yep.
It has been officially adopted by everyone in the United States. Just about, there are groups pretty much everywhere now that use it. I think it's pretty cool. Pretty proud of that. Because anybody who's from the South and grew up with that word in their vocabulary has caught some shit over the last so many years for that. Do you want to take your top off for me?
Sure, yeah.
I'll just hold it. Nice.
Yeah, I'm from Northern Virginia. Is where I grew up, so it's really kind of right on the border of North and South there.
Yep.
I never thought of myself as a Southerner because I'm from D.C. and because my family is from Detroit originally.
Yep.
So I got Northerners in my background and in my blood, and then D.C. I mean, it's a lot of both. You get kind of both cultures. You get a little bit of Northern culture, a little bit of Southern culture, kind of all mashed in right there. And D.C. is a transplant city. I'd say more than
Atlanta.
Than Atlanta is way more. You get a lot of people that are like, I'm from Atlanta, and my mama and daddy's from Atlanta, and my grandmama and granddaddy from Atlanta.
And DC is just such a small area, and it's
not a state.
Not a state, so you've got really a lot of bleed over from most everybody's families around there are from
other places.
One of the states.
Yeah. Right. Well, but even like people who are from like DC, Maryland, Virginia, they're moving in from other places. They move there for jobs. You got people that move there to work in Quantico, or move there to work in the Pentagon, or move there to work in media in DC, or any one of those things.
For sure.
So you get a lot of people there from different places. They're from North Carolina, they're from Pennsylvania, they're from New York, they're from wherever. But I never thought of myself as Southern, and I kind of always thought of like y'all as just like I guess a black thing in my mind. I was just like,
right.
It's
totally not a black thing.
Yes, y'all. But it was like, but that was the thing is like you even hear black people from New York saying y'all because our whole vernacular comes from Southern American speech.
There it is.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's been in my mind. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that the black community actually was doing the spreading the most out of that. I think white people kind of kept it in the South. Why? A lot of Southerners don't fucking leave.
Nope.
They stay here. They don't do a whole lot of traveling. They don't go up to the Northeast. They don't go up to the Northwest. They don't go out to California. Fuck no, they don't go to California.
Right,
no.
right.
So, white people found their fucking Dixie, man. They're down here. They're staying.
It's like,
God damn it.
Have you ever heard the Merle Haggard song, Okie from Muskogee?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it right there.
Okie
right?
from Muskogee, and we don't take our trips on LSD.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What is it? We don't smoke marijuana in Muskogee.
Uh-huh.
We don't take our trips on LSD.
Yeah.
The first time I heard that song,
and
this will tell you just how actually Southern my roots are, right? So there's this little diner near where I grew up called the 29 Tasties Diner. It was on Route 29, which runs up and down the East Coast, even though it's not an interstate.
Yep.
But it's on Route 29, running right through Fairfax, Virginia, which is right outside of D.C. And Tasty's Diner, and it's literally I mean, it was a trailer, you know, like one of these little, like, double wide trailer diners.
Oh yeah, neat.
From the 40s. It had been there since like 1943 or something like that. And they tried to get rid of it a number of times, but they're like, nope, it's a historical landmark. It's been here more than 50 years. And that was our weed spot as kids. That's where we'd meet up and we'd smoke behind there, and we'd, you know, and then we'd go in and hang out. Me and my best friend and our little crew we'd just be in there baked out of our skulls and going through their old ass jukebox, picking out this ridiculous music. And the first time they got me to go, they'd been going for a while, and they're like, you gotta come to this place. And I'm like, what's so great about this place? The jukebox. They get me high as hell. I'm sitting there with a bacon cheeseburger in front of me, and they're like, dude, check this out. All of a sudden, we don't smoke marijuana. And oh my God, I'm sitting there. It's like me and my little like goth and metalhead friends. There's like, you know, 4 or 5 of us, and then it's just the whole place is just full of rednecks.
Yep.
And we're dying. And I'm legitimately a little scared at the time, right? And I'm just like, this is so bad, right?
That's one of their anthems and shit.
Yeah, I'm sitting there laughing my ass off. I'm like, this is so bad. And my friends are like, what? I'm like, I'm like struggling to breathe laughing because I'm so high listening to this. And I'm just like, I swear to God, the next... And so I'm talking loud, like this volume loud in this tiny little restaurant. I'm like, I swear to God, the next lyric's going to be, we like lynching niggers in Muskogee. And everyone's just like, and I see that and I'm just like, ha! Doubling over laughing. And that was it. That was our favorite place to go.
Hell yeah. Nice.
That's the spot.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I said y'all all growing up, and then I moved to Philadelphia to go to college, and they're like, oh, you say y'all because you're from the South, and I'm like, what? Not really. And what do y'all say? And they're like, yins.
Yins, yeah, Ewins.
Yins, yeah.
Ewins.
Yins go over there. Yins go there.
Yep.
It's gonna go to class.
There's Ewins, and then there's use.
Gonna go to class. You're gonna go to work.
Yeah. Y'all, depending on how you deliver y'all and what other words you're mixing in, you know, because even like my accent doesn't get pegged for Southern until people hear it. Like if you're from the South, you're like, oh, I heard you say a couple other things.
Right.
But most of the time, people think I'm from Midwest or something.
Well, But I
say y'all all the time. I love the word y'all. Y'all works.
Yeah.
It's easy for my mouth to say. It's like,
I like y'all. Yeah.
I don't even have to say the whole thing. It's like I can just go y'all.
Yeah, man. Y'all just wrote it right. Yeah.
Y'all.
Like, hey, y'all. So y'all. Yeah. So y'all. Yeah.
So y'all.
Yeah. And then it becomes like a ya/yo. Yeah. That's that's more a northern thing. Like, what's up, yo?
What's up, yo?
Yeah. Yep. You know what I like here, a big Atlanta thing. I didn't feel it at first, and now I totally feel it. Just bruh exported everywhere. Bruh.
I say bruh sarcastically most of the time when I use it. I like the when you hear bray is clearly a sarcastic version of bruh. And I like saying if Melissa says something kind of, you know, goofy or something, I'm like, yo, bray. Bray. Hey, bruh. I do like it. There's a part of me that likes it, but it's really getting owned hard by the bros.
Oh yeah, totally.
And like bro culture right now, I fucking am over.
Oh, I'm
over bro culture.
Oh yeah.
So I like bruh. Bray is like fucking hilarious.
I'm used to
but bro, I'm like, it's cringy right now.
I'm used to them motherfuckers stealing whatever cool thing we come
Dude,
up
it's
with.
gonna
in the first place, they always do.
Everybody has the ability to do that. I love that English gives us that ability to play with language that way.
Yeah, sure.
You know, nothing's written in stone. Everything's changing every day.
But I'm saying specifically, bro culture will like take over some cool, like bro and just like mainstream.
Yeah.
Like, you know, folded into their own little lifestyle. Let's not look outside, or we're just only concerned with our little people. Those people, they always take something that's awesome from youth or ethnic culture and then just ruin it.
Yep.
Ruin it.
Yeah, and I think
like
that's the kind of appropriation
cool,
that I get kind of annoyed with.
Yeah. Oh yeah, me too. It's awful. Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
Everything's getting appropriated.
It's going to continue. It's going to continue to happen. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I've always been
and that's a good thing at the end of the day. Honestly,
things should be
variety is good. Morphing and progress and things, you know, adapting and taking on new expressions and taking on new influences from things. That's a good thing for the most part.
Well, you're right. And really the unfortunate part is just when like one culture, the culture that is not the originator of the practice or whatever, like benefits in a meaningful way off of it, and then like the originator does not, like Elvis, like how Elvis made all of that money off of black people's music who never got a dime, and then refused to be on a film set with anybody black.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He refused.
Yeah. He was a big racist.
Man.
He was a big racist, and he was a pedophile. He specifically really liked 14-year-old girls, or like 16 or something like that. But it was like, if you look at,
and at the time there were areas
his,
of the nation where that was still okay when he was alive.
Yeah, but it was like it was a thing. It was like if you look at like there's like a graph of like his partners over time, his like wives and girlfriends and whatever, and it's like always like he meets a 16-year-old, he stays with them until they're about 22, 23, and then boom, you're gone, I'm getting another 16-year-old. And he just kept doing that over and over and over as he got older. Yeah. So eventually he's like, 35, like, hi there, little 16-year-old.
See, that's a bro, man. I'd be like, bruh.
Yeah. Right. That's
bruh.
See, that's not even sarcastic to me. That's just, it's like, bruh. That's one of those universal terminology. You don't even have to say. All you got to do is look at somebody and just go, bruh. For real?
For real? So like, are
really?
you serious?
Really, bruh?
Yeah.
For real, bro? That's how we doing it. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, bro.
Okay.
For real.
That's
for real,
what's
for
up.
real. So, yeah. We had kind of been talking about the cancel culture and Dr. Seuss stuff. You said you had a thing on that? Or did we kind of already do it? Am I forcing things?
No. I think I only had my little anecdote from earlier about the Dr. Seuss thing.
Oh, okay. We talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why. Yeah, that's what I was like. Did we cover that?
Yeah. I think I kind of shared what I had on that.
Word. All right. I just made it awkward for no reason then.
No, that's okay.
Well, you know what has been the big story, of course. And let's be honest, the big little story is the royal family. Oh my God. The royal family is racist.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. They're the OG racists.
I only needed to see the headline.
Originals.
I needed to see the headline. Meghan speaks to Oprah.
Yeah.
And I knew it. I was like, oh shit, it went down.
Oh, it's going down.
Oh shit, it's going down. It's going down.
Look, hey.
The official breakup of the royal family is starting.
Hey, man, look, hey. Y'all,
and a dude from our generation was like, fuck these people. I'm gonna go fucking marry the girl that I fucking love, and I'm gonna have a fucking mixed baby with her.
Well,
and I'm gonna get fucking shit all over the place from this whole group, and she's gonna get shit all over the place. But he had to own it too. And dude, hey, yo,
he wasn't ready. He had no idea.
I think he did.
No, he said.
Oh, he did.
He was like, I was not ready for this at all. He's like, I had no idea it was going to be this bad.
What an idiot!
Did not think
we all knew it. What an idiot! That's the bubble you live in. We all knew it. That's why I'm over here. I read one headline that y'all are speaking to Oprah, and I'm like, oh motherfucker, this is going down. You're all really revealing. Y'all gonna do the big reveal because Oprah's only wanting good info.
He was saying during that interview that he was like, I just was not ready for the backlash we got from the whole family.
Yeah, what an idiot! Of course, that's what you're getting. You fucking married a black girl and you're in the British fucking royal family. But fuck off, dude! Like, you idiot.
So here's what they really weren't ready for. Y'all weren't ready for these American black women, man. And look, this is no shit on British black women, because I know some bad British black girls too.
Sure.
That definitely don't take no shit. But it's a different culture here. We don't play that shit here. Y'all shoot us out.
Not
here.
anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah. That's what there's a Paul Mooney joke where he's like, these young folk, they're different. These young folks are different. They're not like us. Like, just thinking about white people. Do something for me today. I want you to get on the bus and tell a black kid to sit in the back. Tell him. Go ahead. Tell him. There won't be a bus. So, motherfucker, we will kill everybody on this bus. There won't be a fucking bus.
Yep.
They're not like us. They're not scared. These kids ain't scared no more. And yeah, man. We don't play that shit. Not my generation. We don't play that shit at all. Say some wild shit to me. I would just wish there was like a moment I wish we had, and this is bad of me to say, but I wish there was like video. I'm glad there's not, but I wish there was video of like Meghan Markle having like a for real like American ass nigga moment at one of these. Like, oh, what the fuck did you just say to me?
Yeah.
Hell no. So see, you don't even know me like that. You don't even know me like that.
Yes.
That would have been my to watch her like snap on. You know, what would be the shit would be like to watch her like snatch a weave off of some.
Oh shit!
Watch her snatch a weave off the queen's head. I'm sorry. I should not stereotype my own people.
She slips her heels off.
That's not who.
She slips her heels off.
She right.
Takes the heels off.
Starts
pulling the earrings off.
Oh hell no, bitch! You thought I was the one. I'm not the fucking one. Not me today. You got the wrong one today, bitch.
Hold my purse. Hold my cell phone. Fucking film this shit.
It would just be the funniest shit if just somebody, you know what I mean? If somebody in the royal family just rolled on her, thought they were gonna say some snarky shit to her, and just like, well, perhaps it's time for you to, I thought your people didn't like things like that. What this bitch just say to me? Oh hell no! Like I would just pay so much money just to see one of those uptight.
Do you think she ever got an opportunity to really just fucking unload on the queen? Do you think she's had any opportunity at all to speak her mind like directly to the queen?
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
And of course,
of
course, Harry's like, well, it wasn't my grandma, it wasn't her. Let me just say that it wasn't her, because there was the whole thing about where he said somebody in the royal family, excuse me.
Well, they have the institutions and they have the groups that are named these.
Well, but he said somebody in the royal family approached him directly and asked him, "What
about the skin tone?
What will the children look like?"
Yes, exactly.
Which, first of all, like, I don't know.
It's gonna look like a mix of me and her.
But like, have you seen Meghan Markle? Like, I'm
Dude,
not.
She's beautiful.
Well, yeah, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
But that's not my point. Like,
yeah.
Okay. I've met I know mixed people, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying I know people with like a dark-skinned black parent and a white parent.
Yeah. If she's not even that threatening of a starting bass tone, is that what you mean?
Far lighter than me.
Yeah.
Right? They're like, what will the children look like?
Right.
I don't know, motherfucker. Italian? Like what?
Yeah. Right.
What are you worried about?
Exactly.
Like Meghan Markle, you can only tell she's black once you get close to her.
Could be Asian looking as far as we.
I mean, I'm saying like from like the back kind of side corner or whatever, she got like a ponytail. Her hair is straight. Like you could mistake her for a white girl with a tan from far away. You got to get close up and be like, oh, you're something. Mm-hmm. And people do that to me.
Sure.
I think I'm clearly identifiably black. Like yes, I clearly have some sort of mix going on in the background. Mm-hmm. Maybe I could be mistaken for Dominican, but people all the time are like, what?
Yeah.
What is? And I'm like, I'm black. They go, no, that's not it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, all the time.
Oh my god.
All the time. Black people.
Holy shit.
Nah, you ain't. But you know what I'm talking about though. You know what I'm talking about though. No, you ain't really. Damn. But what are you really though? What are you really? I go, I'm black. But are you all the way black though? Are you all the way black? What the fuck is all the way black?
That only happens when people see my dick. I'm just kidding.
Are you though?
Halfway.
You're just the tip kidding.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, right? People get me
which is such a
all the
stupid.
time.
Like, that's a bad assumption anyway. You know what I mean? What a
so
stupid.
Stupid.
That just plays into further fucking racist.
It does.
Forget that was stupid.
It is.
I forget I even said that. That's just old.
No, whatever. It's still a funny joke. It's a stupid stereotype, and it's a funny joke about how stupid that stereotype is. That's what I like to joke about stereotypes.
I'll deliver it and then honor how stupid the stereotype is.
Totally.
Sorry.
No, whatever. Don't apologize. Do not apologize on this show. This is the show.
I think that was the first one that's ever happened.
I think so. Yeah.
Should we put an apology counter up in the?
No.
Have punishments for that.
No, that's a bad. I mean, we'll have punishments for apologies. That'd be pretty funny. That might be a good idea. We might have to have an apology punishment counter.
Yeah. We have paddles here on the wall. We could just like.
I tell you what we should have.
That's not allowed on Twitch.
We should have a punishment for this time is having the podcast go over an hour and a half. Again, that's what there should be a punishment for this time. We're at about an hour. We're at about 40 minutes now. I'd say 45 minutes, and yeah. So I'd say maybe another 30. We should wrap it up and then hang out on Twitch. Hey, who's that we got in there? Yeah, get it, dudes, from Jace. Hey, what's up, Jace? Fuck yeah, man.
Jace, how's it going?
Hell yeah.
Thanks for stopping in.
That's my boy right there, I believe. I mean, how many people do you know named Jace? I think that's my dude, Jace.
That's a good name. I like that.
But so, like, okay. But so
Jace.
with the royal family, right? Like, and I said this, I think I made a post about this, where I'm just like, you guys are worried about what the kids are going to look like. That means they're so racist, they're afraid of dark hair. Like, that kid is not going to be, that baby makes Trevor Noah look like Wesley Snipes, okay? Like,
well, when
like
the dad's
fucking,
like your traditional fair-skinned redhead that,
what do you think it's gonna look
just
like?
Traditionally British.
Like, it's gonna, what's it gonna look like? Nigga, it's gonna look like you with dark hair. Like, what do you think?
The whole premise of the question is stupid.
It's so dumb.
It's
like, and it just
stupid.
shows you how deep the I've got a cousin who's biracial, and like, and her mom, I would say, is about as dark as I am, maybe a little bit darker. And you're something. You're like, what are you, Iranian? Maybe. And like I'm saying, like Meghan Markle is about as light as my cousin. Maybe she's a shade darker than my cousin. And like, it's just, Meghan Markle makes Kamala Harris look like Michelle Obama. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she is so
Right.
like, what are you worried about? She's like, the baby's gonna look like Greco-Roman. That's fine. Y'all love them. Y'all love Romans. They like everything you like. Conquest, bloodshed, endless war,
Yeah.
fucking children. They like all the stuff you like. And that's another thing. So you guys are like cool with Prince Andrew fucking kids, but you're cool with kids being fucked, but you're not cool with them being, I don't know. I was gonna say black, but
Oh,
olive
shit.
toned. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, the child will still be black,
Mediterranean.
and that's exactly why, right? That's exactly why when people are like, "Well, you're not really black," I'm like, "Okay, that's cool. Can you tell white people, please? Because that's not what they. Can you tell the police that?
Yeah,
because
right.
they all, they know immediately. They see me and they're like, black. We got a Negro right there. We're pretty sure you broke a law. Hold on. We have a flip book of sketches. We're pretty sure you're gonna fit one. Hold on. Give us a second.
Yeah.
How many
we
of
need
these
to
have
find
we
one
got?
that matches you.
Right. I mean, you all look alike anyway. We got one that's close enough, right?
Tell us what you did wrong, son.
Yeah, right. Here, this guy has got a tattoo on his face, and he's 6'2" and 200 pounds. That's you, right? That's you. That's totally you. It looks just like you. So I'm fucking royal family. People are surprised. I can't believe them. Oh, I'm so shocked.
Again, back to. I mean, what's the maybe the theme of the day is just like stupid fucking traditions, like, but that's it. The royal family, and there's so many people who are they just love their royal family drama, and they love the tradition of it and what it means and the symbol of Great Britain and all that it means. And it's like, you guys are carrying around a fucking totally toxic, really horrible thing.
Yeah.
That's you just keep handing this major life of privilege and
just keep handing this
it's so weird.
baton of blood and hate and abuse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they don't want to they can't let it die. They just can't let it go.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, because it keeps them powerful and insulated, but
right,
man,
no, well, that's the powerful, but But why are the poor people?
Because
holding it up because they're addicted to the tradition.
Because we're brainwashed. Because we're brainwashed to believe because we're taught from before we can speak that this shit is meaningful to us. It's the same reason that we're all every 4 years. I'm so excited about the next president. I like what Killer Mike said about what a president is. And this was at one of the Revolt TV, talks that they had, which were really interesting, I thought. And at one point, everybody, Candace Owen was at one, and Owens, I believe.
Candace Owens. Yes, Candace Owens.
Yeah. That idiot.
She's an idiot. She's a fucking idiot.
Well, and really, I'm gonna be
idiot.
honest. She's not an idiot. She is she has been seduced by a narrative, right? She's just smart enough to have her mind flipped by this thing.
Yeah. It's the self-empowerment narrative that the Republicans are really good at.
Exactly. And her being the type of black person she is, which I know a bit about, that would likely be more self-empowering faster than the traditional black culture narratives. Right?
I can understand that.
Finding a little bit of lack of empowerment or support in the black community. I understand what that's like, and it's not an easy thing.
Because there's a lot of victim narrative on the other side, and I mean, there's a victim narrative fucking everywhere.
Well, yeah. But I would say that's not the problem. Is why I made that.
I'm not saying it's the problem.
Well, from the perspective of the suburban raised or more like, let's say, white American socialized black person, just in being, there's just a lack of acceptance there. And there's so much, because it's like to start from square one, the problem is, I don't know what that sound was, but it was big.
We got to follow.
Hey, all right. That's Jace. Thanks, man. Thanks, buddy.
Is that going to show up in there?
I mean, it's in here. Oh, the sound? No, it's not going to show up.
I didn't think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Good.
Yeah, we're not going to have that in there. So I'm just going to be like, "What is that?" for no reason.
Right. Okay.
Jace, by the way, also has a really cool podcast, the Getting Pretentious podcast. You guys should check that out. Getting Pretentious with Jace Michael Hill and Connor Preston Bentley. Two really funny, really awesome guys. I highly recommend it.
Neat.
Yeah. So I'm glad he's in there.
Thanks
hanging
for stopping
out.
by. That's great.
Yeah, we should definitely have him on one of these days. Those boys are funny. But yeah, man, like, so anyway, what I was getting to is so she's on this talk. Candace Owens is on this talk, and everybody's kind of, she's saying some outlandish shit, and she's clearly saying some things a certain way to get under people's skin and to kind of grandstand a little bit and kind of show off, right?
Yep.
And of course, people are just like, nah, man, fuck that. Like, what are you talking about? Because her arguments are like that. They're not as extreme, but it's like that, like slavery was a choice kind of stuff, where it's like, get out of here, get the fuck out of here with that.
Yeah.
Don't nobody want to listen to you, right?
Yep.
And everyone's yelling back and forth. Finally, Killer Mike is like, hush, everybody hush. He goes, what you are witnessing right now, are free people arguing over who has the best master.
Exactly.
That is what I think of our elections. But we're investing in it because we're taught you wear this with pride, and this is the American process, and this is how you get things done, and this is how we pick our new owner every 4 years.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. The American propaganda I've been trying to shed for the last few years. The patriotism, the nationalistic language, proud to be an American, all of that shit.
The nationalism that they call patriotism
doesn't mean anything.
No, it doesn't for me.
And there's no real substance there. It's just it's a feeling they're trying to give people so that they follow blindly. Obviously, I mean that's the end game.
Right? Exactly.
So
just follow us and don't question.
Yeah, and here's some songs to sing so you feel good, and you can do this all together. And here's some events that you're going to go to, and here's some days off from work we're going to give you, and here's some blah blah.
Well, it's like when you start. That's why when you start speaking critically about the country, which let's be honest about that, right? What that is. If we're to treat the country as an organism or as an entity of some kind, right? Like let's say a person. Well, when you are a person growing, or when you're trying to help a person grow, well, sometimes you need to be critical of them in a healthy way, in the sense of, hey, this behavior you're exercising is not serving you, or hey, you're doing something, or I've noticed a pattern in your thinking, or in your behavior, or in your speech that's hurtful to others. That doesn't serve you. That's not good for you. That's not a good thing to do.
Right.
We should be critical of our country and of our actions, not just how things are for us, right? Because you always get those people where as soon as you start speaking critically of the country, they go wall-eyed, but but America is the best country in the world.
Well, if you don't like it, get out.
If you don't love America, then you should get out of America. How come you don't love America? Just say it. Can't you just say that you love America? And, you know, and then the brain just turns off.
Sure.
And then here comes the ticker tape of it's like fucking idiocracy. But it's got what plants crave. You know, there's no thought to it. There's no reasoning anymore. It's just here's this stock response in my head that I've said it so many times that I believe it's true in and of itself. It doesn't have to point to a deeper truth.
Democrats hate America.
Right.
They
we
hate
all know
you.
that.
They hate America.
That's right.
They want to destroy it.
That's right.
Does that even make sense that there's half the country wants to destroy the country? That doesn't make any sense.
Of course it does. Just look around.
You're right. It does. I'm stupid.
It does.
I'm stupid.
Look at the like 2.5 fires that happened from angry people who were getting shot at. Those could want to kill America.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Look at those. Look at how
fires.
See. Look at those poor brown people begging not to be shot dead in their homes at night while they sleep illegally. See. They want to kill America. See.
Yeah. That's
obvious.
It's un-American to want that.
It's un-American, and it's un-American for you to sit here and think openly about the possibility that it might not be un-American.
It's un-American if you're black too, because if you're black and the cops come, storming in and you defend your home because you think somebody's breaking in, that's un-American.
Un-American.
Totally un-American.
Yep. Honestly, if I had to
It's un-American if you're black to walk through an empty house that's being built, just like everyone else in the neighborhood did that day. But you're black, that's not American.
Yeah. Well, honestly, if I had to sum up into a single phrase what being black in America is like, it's that your very existence is fundamentally against the values of the country. You are un-American. No matter what you do, no matter what, you are un-American.
Yeah.
You don't really belong here.
Right.
We're nice enough to allow you to stay here. Because at one point they wanted to send us all back to Africa when they were done with us.
Yeah.
They're like, we're done with this. Okay, we emancipated. Let's send them all back to Africa.
Right.
And then Africa was like, we don't have,
I want to,
but our countries are occupied by you.
I mean,
you are the ones here.
Right.
We do not have the facilities to take people because you have taken our facilities from us.
Right.
And they're like, oh yeah. Okay. Well, can we kill them all?
One of my favorite new shows is it's been around a few years now, is Life Below Zero. It's pretty cool. You get to see some people living up near the Arctic Circle, and they follow around a couple of families of natives and some other white people, and but the native family, they have some privileges because of they inherited the rights to go and like hunt in some places, and they can do some things that other people can't. But they also get pretty heavily picked on by authorities, and so I think the Indians definitely fall into the group of just Americans that aren't American.
That reminds me.
Here's the original sin of the United States, if you ask me. I mean, slavery is almost like at the same time. It kind of happened simultaneously. You just pushed out one group and brought your other ones in with you to take over that role.
Well, they tried to use the Native Americans. As
they weren't having that shit.
Well, they were dying. They were dying. They were getting sick and dying, and so they said we need a new source of free people animals.
Yeah.
And then they basically
You're right. They were fucking dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the reason.
And so and then the Native Americans became when they couldn't be slaves. We don't talk about this part of the story in our country. They became slavers.
Slavers, yeah.
Along with the whites.
Sure.
Which is why there's a rift there between black people and Native Americans often that we don't talk about in the greater conversation. You reminded me, though, that reminds me of a story I did hear, is that apparently on their deathbed, an FBI agent admitted that that he was part of the assassination of Malcolm X.
Ah.
Shock. Oh my God.
Right.
Oh my God. It's almost like the thing we've been saying the whole time is true.
Right. Did that just happen recently?
It just happened like yesterday.
Oh, shit. Yeah, okay. Because that story came up just in the last couple of weeks. I remember somebody reading something.
Yeah, I mean, I read about the story yesterday. It seemed like it was really recent. It was breaking
Right.
news headline. But yeah, this person
Right.
was on his deathbed and was like, "Oh yeah, we made sure that they didn't have security detail,
Yeah.
the day of that speech and all that stuff," which means there were people infiltrating. That's how they do, man.
Yep.
That's how they do us. I just watched Judas and the Black Messiah, a movie by the Lucas brothers, which was there. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and they were just showing what they did to Fred Hampton and how they compromised another black guy and forced him to, set him up. And they kept telling their informant, "Oh, we just want to lock him up. We want to, prevent him from doing this, that. He's a threat to us. He's, causing problems." And they, tried to convince them, the Black Panthers are just like the KKK, just the opposite side of the same coin. It's the same thing, which is what, that's what they say. That's what people have,
Right.
tried to convince me of when I was a kid. Well, they're just like the KKK. No, man.
No, it's not the same.
No, they were feeding kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
was their primary focus for a long time.
Yeah. Empowering a suppressed community.
And Fred Hampton, he was this brilliant young man, was trying to bring everybody together. He didn't care. He was trying to bring the hippie effort together with the Black Panthers, together with, poor white workers movements and all sorts of stuff. He didn't care. He's like, all right, y'all got a Confederate flag hanging. That's cool. But hey, y'all are going through the same bullshit that we're going through. He's saying the same shit I'm saying. Look, we all need to be repaired. We all need reparations of some kind. The government owes us all something, and they're keeping us all apart to keep us from fighting for that. And they were like, we got to kill that nigger. And they, same thing, broke down his security detail, got people close to him, organized
with the
away.
Islamic group that he was. You're talking about Malcolm X, right?
I'm talking about Fred Hampton.
Okay.
But it was
got it.
the same thing that same type of strategy. And once again, the FBI just going straight in and going, all right, we're gonna place people around, place informants around them, and just outright blatantly murder these people.
Yeah.
And that's three major ones now that the government has basically copped to. That's Fred Hampton, Malcolm X, and Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
Big major ones.
Sure.
That, we know for a fact now.
Sure.
The FBI conspired to murder them.
And speaking of the crown, I mean, Princess Diana, same thing happened to her.
Oh yeah,
same thing.
And that's what Prince Harry was saying.
And they had the guy on his deathbed release the information just in the last couple of years, or last year or something.
We were chasing her, and you know how you guys were wondering all that time, and we were like, what are you talking about? Yeah, it turns out that anyway, I'm dead now. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember how I lied, and told Joe it wasn't true? Yeah, it was true. Yeah. Okay, bye.
That's what Harry was saying. He said that he was afraid that they were going to kill him.
Of course. What did you like? Of course, we all knew that was the game you were playing the second that y'all decided to get married and have a baby. Like that's how racist it is, bro.
So we've got Burger King.
I was trying to adjust my text over here because I'm like having trouble reading it from this distance. But
I'm reading pretty good over here. Burger King said in
it looks like some of that's pretty good.
Italian said America's problem is in the basics. Already defining itself as the most powerful nation in the world is wrong. No one is superior to anyone in this world. Yeah, I agree. I mean, you could say there's it depends on how you define power. I think you can.
Size
I think you
military.
can quantify power in a number of ways. So you could make a case to say one country has the most resources or the most assets or the biggest military or the highest budget or whatever it is. But
highest GDP.
Right, sure, gross domestic product, right? But America, Italian, right? I was reading the Burger. Yeah, Burger King says they're Italian. I was reading it and definitely noticing the Latin base. But at first glance, I had to go, okay, am I looking at Spanish, Portuguese, or Italian? So yeah, I guessed right. Cool. I don't speak Italian, but I can read it a little bit because it's close to Spanish, and I speak Spanish badly. But yeah,
yo también.
I agree in the sense that I agree with you, Burger King, in the sense that I would use, instead of to say it's wrong for them to assert themselves as the most powerful nation, to say that they're the best, because best is completely subjective. And that's what people say. America is the best country in the world. We just went
through 4 years of being the best.
Best country in the world. We're the best country in the world. Okay, but we, I really didn't like how we put these policies. But we're the best country in the world.
But we're the best.
But we just bombed Syria. But we're the best. We're the best. We're the best country in the world.
Our education's pretty low, but it's the best.
I'm not really Italian. I'm Swiss. Burger King says, I'm not really Italian. I'm Swiss, but I speak Italian. Italian is the fourth national language in Switzerland. That's
right.
Crazy. I did not know that.
So is it like...
Kind of makes sense, though.
Is it
Close
like
enough.
German, French, Italian, and... I don't know.
What's the Belgian language?
Dutch?
No, they don't speak Dutch. They have a different language that they speak in Belgium, but it's like similar to
Danish?
French. No,
that's Danes.
Yeah. Well, cool. Thank you for joining us from a quarter of the way around the world. We appreciate you.
Switzerland's high on my list of places that I want to travel to.
Right.
I want to ski the Swiss Alps.
Yeah, at some point. That'd be pretty cool.
Fuck yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. So, okay. Let's see. Oh, related to the royal family story. Burger King says they're Romanche, but it is...
Romanche.
Romanche is the other language.
It's what the mountain people speak.
But it is a language that only the mountain people understand. Yeah, that's like... Yeah, we're similar. We're similar in the States where it's all English, but only the mountain people understand the English that the mountain people speak.
Oh yeah. Mountain folk is a real thing everywhere.
Of course, by the same coin, there's some brothers in Atlanta that only other brothers in Atlanta would understand.
Yep.
There's some videos we've come across a few times where there was one that was like Atlanta got its own way of speaking and was like particularly kind of making fun of it. And yeah, it was a whole lot of mumbling, bro. Hey, bro.
Hey, a lot of hey,
bro. Hey, bro. Them niggas way better than hey, bro. Hey, what? Right, you know. And I'm looking at Coco. I got a white girlfriend. I'm looking at her, and I'm like, do you don't understand any of what they just said, do you? And she's like, no, and it's so funny. And I'm like, all right, okay, I could break this whole video down for you, but I agree. There's not a whole lot of words there. Not a whole lot of words.
A lot of enthusiasm.
There's a whole lot of enthusiasm. There's not a whole lot of whole words. There's this video. That popped up on your mom's house a while ago now, a few weeks ago, and it's gotta be. I know it was close to Atlanta, partly because it got the bruh. It's the white A talking, bruh. And it's these two. I think we talked about this, or maybe not on the podcast. But these two young black guys found this white kid's baby, like this toddler, standing in the middle of Fitzgerald Highway. Now they went and found out that it was Fitzgerald Highway because that's not what this brother said. This guy was like, "We on Fitzgerald Highway, bruh. We on Fitzgerald Highway. It's a whole white baby in the middle of the road, bruh. Is a whole white baby, bro.
Whole white baby.
Whole white baby. Naked too, bro. If you lost a white baby on Fitzgerald Highway. Like he's trying. My man is trying to say Fitzgerald.
Hey.
Burger King says, I would like to visit America. I'd like to go to Montana or Wyoming. And Jay said good choices. Yeah. Those are good choices visually.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah. Visually.
Culturally, maybe not as much.
Culturally, you're going to be in the American Swiss region. Like, what I'm saying is...
mountain folk.
You're going to be just surrounded by just like...
Going to get you them there mountain folk.
Midwest mountain folk that don't...
You're going to find that mountain misty moonshine.
That don't really represent the majority of the United States, like at all. And honestly, you're probably going to fit right in coming from Switzerland if you're anywhere near the mountains. Yeah. I mean,
there's kind of like... there are several Americas.
Oh man,
Mountain America is definitely one of them. Yep. You know, mountain and rural America, rural America.
We say country. We say
some country. Yep,
folk.
Got them country folk out there. Folk. That's and honestly, mountain country is a different type of country.
No. Yeah, mountain folk is mountain folk. It is not country.
No.
Yeah, you don't live out in the country and you're in the mountains. You're in the mountains.
Yep.
Yep.
The America of Crazy Horse.
Like the real dichotomy.
Crazy Horse ain't out here no more. They killed that motherfucker.
Yeah.
They buried that son of a bitch. They said get rid of him and all his people. But I feel you. That's I would like to go see that America at some point too. Sorry.
Well, no, there's so the local argument or the local politics usually consists of like, the city versus the suburbs or the city versus the country people, but really at the heart of civilization is the mountain folks who do not want to participate in traditional civilization.
Right.
It's a more savage, quote unquote, lifestyle.
Yep.
And then you've got the people that are out of the mountains and into the city. So really, the conversation is city versus mountains. That's really the true dichotomy. And you can take that to just about anywhere.
Totally.
There's the hill people that live outside
different.
the city, and they're usually up in the fucking hills and the mountains.
Yep.
And they have this whole other way of
They
being.
don't take kindly to outsiders.
And they no,
Not much.
No, but they also know you're not going to last long because it takes a whole different set of skills to live in the mountains.
Yep,
And
to
there
be able to live
you
there.
weed yourself out most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's safe to be in the mountains, so they're not on edge. They're always really fucking laid back. Mountain people are laid back as fuck because they're protected. They know their way around. They got a hard living situation. It's mountains. Like it's hard to get up there and start some shit because you're on the fucking side of a mountain. It's hard to do that.
Exactly. Yeah. Who's coming all the way up here?
Nobody. Not on foot.
Burger King says, "What state are you guys from?" We are in Georgia, the great southern state of Georgia. Jason, I believe, is from Georgia. I'm not from Georgia originally, but I kind of am and not. I mean, I'm black, so like we're all kind of from Georgia originally.
Right. But you've started putting
This was like
some
the
roots
drop
down
off.
here.
Well, so my uncle has lived here. So okay, like my whole family is from Detroit. Both sides of my family, my mom's family and my dad's side of the family. But if you go back, I think 4 or 5 generations, at most, they both come back to about this area and a couple other areas of Georgia. Rome, Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, Savannah. And then my mom's family by way of Mississippi, and then my dad's family just straight up, I think, directly to Michigan. So, they like a lot of black folks, escaped to Michigan. I think what is it? Richard Pryor has that joke. He goes, we were the first people on this planet. We were the first motherfuckers to go, where the fuck am I? And how do you get to Detroit?
Oh shit.
Yeah, so they both escaped to Detroit, and then my uncle moved here not long. He was still a young man, moved here, and so he's been here my whole life, and so I'm just kind of like back and forth here. But then there's still like every once in a while I'll meet somebody from Atlanta with the last name Walker who looks a whole lot like my dad's side of the family, and I'm like, you might be, because there's a whole clan of Walkers still here, so yeah.
Nice.
Burger King has a lot of questions for us. We're gonna get to the question and answer section in just a second. I want to get through a couple more stories here, and then if you want to banter back and forth, we can do that for a while. So we were talking about the royal family, and a lot of people are talking about the royal family. Piers Morgan was talking about the royal family, and he talked himself right out of a job.
Didn't he?
Yeah.
Tell me again what happened.
So he was on Good Morning Britain, and
my favorite.
Yeah, and I'm getting some of these. Well, there's one word in particular from the article, right? So it said that he was skewered by his co-host. Now I watched the clip. He wasn't skewered.
It's more victim.
Like basically,
language.
Piers Morgan was sitting there doing what those angry racist white guys do, and just going off on a long diatribe about how ridiculous all of this is, and they should be ashamed of themselves for saying this, and what's even wrong with them, and what kind of person is Meghan Markle, and they're just bringing up this stuff for no reason. Blah, 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 blah. And then the co-host was just like very like kind of soberly of like, no, this is justified. Like, no, this was, and he's like, well, you can't me. No, look, they're being pretty reasonable. That's a pretty racist thing to have said to you. That's definitely racist. And then basically just for being told he was incorrect,
right,
got up and stormed off of his show on air.
Yeah.
And then that was it. And then
effectively quit.
And he just didn't come back. He just rage quit on the air. Like Howard Beale or some shit. You know what I mean?
Good riddance.
He said,
No
I'm
loss.
mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Okay, bye. Bye, Felicia.
Okay, Burger King says, okay, see you guys. It was a pleasure. Unfortunately, the time zone is different. We're sorry to hear that. Thank you for joining us a little bit. I'm glad we could talk to you a little. Yeah, join us again. We're usually here about this time, Tuesday, Wednesday, middle of the day. It's a little nebulous right now. We're trying to get it straight.
Yeah.
So that yes, we can be streamers who work via the streaming, but outside of that, yes, no, I don't. I mean, I make a lot of content, but I'm on unemployment because pandemic, and the way I see it, the government owes my ass. So I'm trying to make this into work. So yeah, if you want to join us again in the future, that would help us do that, and we enjoy talking with you. So
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Burger King.
Thank you, Burger King.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. But yeah, dude, so Piers Morgan walked off like a big baby, had a big old temper tantrum, stormed off of his own show. I love it.
If the shoe fits.
I love it. I'm like, you're so racist. You're so racist that you gave money away. You're just like, here, I don't want these thousands of dollars. Here, you have this, so I can just keep being a racist dickhead.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
I feel like there should be a racism tax, Like, if you're going to be racist, you just got to pay. All right, no one can stop you from being racist.
I think,
but you got to pay.
Quote unquote, cancel culture, I think, again, like I said, free market.
Sure.
Free market principles at work here. If there's a group that wants to capitalize on providing services to one group versus another, and they want to do that, and that's the customers they're after. Cool. If you want to come from that other group and I'm going to charge you more money for it, fuck you.
But I'm like, fuck the free market. I'm being socialist about this. Look, I think if you're a racist, the government should charge you.
I'm using their own narrative back at them a lot of the time when I do that. Yeah, sure. I have a lot of socialistic tendencies.
We should call it more. We should call it a socialist measure. We should call it a socialist program just to make them mad that they out themselves as racist.
Right, but what I don't like lists.
No.
So if
no, it has to be like
I'm not gonna participate with them being on a list. I'm fine with a company gearing all their language and their support and the things they publicly support and their products are all geared towards progressive liberals.
Yep.
And they've just effectively, isolated a whole group of people with their products because they're not geared for those people. Mm-hmm. And those people are like, well, we can't find any products for our group of people. And it's like, yeah, well, then y'all need to make your own products and sell them to each other because this group over here is willing to sell you some stuff, but it's going to cost you more money.
Right. Yeah.
So we'll make you some shit, but we're going to tax you, motherfuckers, because we don't fucking like your attitude. That's the free market, if you ask me. Because I don't want lists. I don't want to put anybody on lists.
But see, even that, it's like that's a slippery slope too, and becomes its own thing. And we see that with how social media is wielded, and people go, when people go in and report each other because they're mad at them or they don't like like TikTok, that shit goes down all the time where people are like, oh, I'm going to report you as if you did something wrong because I know if I do that, they'll pull your content because I just don't like you. So isn't the name of the game to stay within the boundaries of the rules of the site that you're working on? And I know that if people decide to complain about you, they have to review that complaint. And so but it's out. So you're kind of playing into that idea that it's a perfect system, but it's not a perfect system. Well, no, I'm not playing it. What I'm saying is it is an imperfect system.
Yeah.
The whole like let the free market sort itself out argument is first and foremost what I see in that for me is a cover for the big players to break the rules. And what that allows is people with more influence to abuse the affordances and constraints of a system to bend the rules to them in a way that inhibits people with less power.
Yes.
Like what's going on with the market, with the stock markets.
Yes. And the GameStop group and the Wall Street Bets group has figured out a way to put a fucking thorn in the side of that system.
Yeah.
And so has crypto.
Right.
And so that's why I love what's going on, all in that shit. So,
but you know, I definitely.
Right.
I mean, at the beginning and the end of the day, ultimately, I don't believe in government control at all. If I really have my way, I'm a cooperative anarchist.
Yes.
I think we really can do it
Yes.
ourselves in terms of governance, but that still requires oversight, I think, at the end of the day. And what I'm saying,
Rules,
in a
not
much
rulers.
more right, exactly, rules, not rulers.
Rules,
but what
not
I'm
rulers.
saying in a much funnier way is that I just think we should fucking take money from racist people. That they should just like, if you know, because there's this whole like, you can't stop people from being racist. This is a comedy show. Come on, follow me on this idea. We're not being serious about. We're not writing policy right now. Like, chill the fuck out. This is what.
all right.
I'm making jokes. They're supposed to be bad. Not bad as jokes, but ideas. They're supposed to be bad ideas. I'm just saying. But there's a kernel of truth to this. Look, this is what I'm saying. Because we can't stop people from being racist. I don't want them to go hide in a hole and pretend to not be racist until another worse Donald Trump comes up, and then they're like, now we get to be fucking racist again because that's our way of life.
Yeah.
Have your way of life, but guess what? It's gonna fucking cost you. And I think it should be direct. This solves a number of problems. I'm always going to try to solve the reparations problem on this show, and all of the ideas are going to be bad, but they're going to be fun. Like, because this is what I hear from especially the Republican right people. Well, I wasn't involved. They weren't my people. Why don't you? It wasn't me. I don't know why I should have to redistribute my wealth to help some needy black folks that just want a handout. Why don't you take it from the people who were involved? This is why we're instituting the racist tax. If we catch you being racist, if you say some racist shit online, if you say it to somebody in person, if you caught on camera being racist, guess what? Now there's going to be an extra little thing on your taxes. Every paycheck is just going to be an extra little bit of money, an extra like 30, 45 bucks, you know, from every, you know, I don't know, 50 you make. And and that's going to go to black folks. It's just going to be a direct pipeline either. It's not going to go through any intermediary. I mean, it's going to go through the government, but it's just going to be like, they're not going to skim any off the top. It's not going to roads. It's not going to schools. It's not going to shit. Every time you call somebody a nigger gets $25. That's what happens.
Sounds like Demolition Man. Sounds like Demolition Man, where it's like, you know, police are everywhere and they can hear everything you're saying all the time. And it's like, if you say a bad word, the cop shows up and they're like, you've used bad language and here's your ticket.
That's all right. They just got a little, fuck that machine. I don't give a fuck. I'll be just like, there'll be people just like,
Wesley Snipes.
No, not Wesley Snipes. What's his name? Adrian. That's his
Sylvester.
name. Sylvester.
Old Sly.
Yeah, Sly. Yeah, fucking Sly. But yeah, remember that scene? He just goes up, he's like, fuck you, you fucking stupid piece of shit, goddamn 3 seashells, son of a bitch. Give me fucking the merits, I'll show you, you fucking cocksucker. He's just taking him out of the machine, just cursing at it. That'd be me. I wouldn't give a fuck. Fuck that machine.
You owe 400 credits.
Could you imagine if it's that scene, but it's just him just spewing racial slurs for different groups.
Yep.
Goddamn satchel mouth fucking. But it's all for Italian people. Goddamn motherfucker. And it's just like, he can do, he's Italian, that's fine.
He got himself on that one.
Because I can see it in my head. I can see the scene, and I know. I'm sorry. I said all the things, but they don't care. No one cares. I only know what those slurs are because Italian people told them to me. I'm just like, okay. They're like, call me a wop. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, all right. And I'm just like, okay. It's like saying cracker. No one can. Fucking eat your heart out.
It's a shallow burn.
Because it's actually, when people are like, you know what that actually means? I'm like, do you know what that means? Cracker, it doesn't mean a saltine. It means
it's a crack and a whip, motherfucker.
Cracker, yeah. It's meaner to me than it is to you.
Yeah, it is.
All I'm saying, I'm like, hey, cracker, I'm scared of you.
Yeah, the word. Yeah, it's supposed to imply that the white man's in the powerful position and has a whip in his hand. He's gonna crack you with it.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And so you're kind of, in a stupid way, kind of honoring the power differential.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly. I'm just admitting
That's
that
not cool.
you,
Yeah.
that you have a one up on me.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying there. Yeah.
That you're gonna hit me.
Well, stuff for Italian people, that's not as nice. But I was trying to find like a middle ground. Across the line, I'm going to continue to cross the line and then try to step it back. So, last thing I got here is that Arkansas
Yep.
made an abortion ban.
And
the irony of that to me is that if any state could use less new people, if anywhere should be like terminating infants, wouldn't Arkansas be one of the worst? Isn't it always the places who are like the most quote unquote pro-life where you're like, you could use a few less, you know what I mean? Like your yearly output could go down. And I don't think anybody would miss. We could,
right.
No one would miss less people from Alabama. If you're from there, then you know what I'm talking about. Same Arkansas.
You're part of the problem.
There's some parts of Georgia. We don't need all these Georgians. We got a lot of new Georgians coming in from other places.
Oh yeah, it's transient.
Yeah, it's fine.
We're good here.
We got new Georgians.
We're good here.
We don't need that many new little Georgians.
Metro Atlanta is just getting bigger. It ain't getting smaller.
Yeah,
it's getting bigger. That's a good thing.
Yeah, the last thing we need is a heartbeat bill. Look, there's plenty of full-grown Georgians that could take them or leave them, Arkansas, I can only imagine. How many people are there in Arkansas to begin with, Like 500? I don't know. Like, it could be 450. It's fine. That's fine.
Fucking Arkansas.
Look, what do you need an abortion ban for? Who is that ban even on? Well, it's on the black people who live in Arkansas. Those people, look, man, do you really want more black people in Arkansas? That's who your ban is going to affect. Poor people and black people.
Yeah,
Is that what you want?
Yeah.
You want more of I could call some brothers and bring them to Arkansas if that's what you want.
No, they just want to tax.
You just want some more.
They want to send the people to the underground clinics and
they just want to make.
Who are owned by their other rich Republican friends.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I just feel like it's against your better interest, Arkansas. This could be good for you. Abortion could be a good thing for Arkansas. Really clean the state out.
Oh.
Not ethnically, just socially. This is my new social cleansing program in Arkansas. More abortions. Just look. Were you hurt by the? Were you affected? Was someone in your family affected by the opioid crisis? Free abortions for you. That's all I'm saying. Look, just instead of doing no abortions, instead of ban them, just stop making people pay for them. That's all. Just subsidize them. Then then the state can write them off, right? You can run it at a loss. It's okay. It's not a big deal. It generally benefits the state and go free abortions. That's how you solve that problem. You don't make them zero. You make them free. I got
nothing for you.
Put those big Jesus billboards. Just put those up on the highway where you have them, but instead just abortion, just in big letters. They'll be every bit as scary as your big Jesus ones. Just put those on the highway. It'll be good. It'll make Arkansas just as welcoming as it is right now. If you just had Jesus on one side and then abortion on the other, it would be the same. I'd feel the same driving in there as I do
I'd be so confused.
Is it a Jesus abortion? Is he doing the?
I think he's performing them.
If you had,
that's what it sounds like to me.
A big Jesus statue with a. We're gonna get canceled this episode. I said all the wrong things. That's okay. We're down to 2 people in the chat now. It was 5.
Yeah, cleaned them out.
Yeah. Just like
Don't
Arkansas.
let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.
Just like Arkansas. We'll clean out Arkansas. I know, it's bad, but
it's your colonoscopy with your abortions.
I'm just mad at Arkansas.
Clean out everything.
I'm sorry it got dark for a minute, but I'm just mad at Arkansas. Like, what? Come on, man. Like, y'all are just. I think states like that are just mad they're mad that Trump didn't win, so now they're like, we'll show you. We're gonna really stick it to you now and really do some bad, really have some awful legislation that's really good. We'll find a way to hurt poor people. We don't know how. We'll figure it out.
Republicans.
Pretty much, man.
Fuck all you fucking Republicans.
That was much worse than what I said.
God, you fucking Christian, stupid, conservative fucking pieces of shit.
It was jokes when I was talking.
Nah, man. Nah, I'm just gonna get that out there.
I was just angry. Sometimes you gotta get it
anger.
out.
Yeah, just
sometimes you gotta get the anger out. See, that's
I don't even have jokes. That's just so fucking backwoods.
I mean, I got to joke about it. Otherwise, I'm like, actually, that's why the jokes are so dark. That's how I can laugh at it, is I just joke about free abortion for people in Arkansas.
Yep.
I mean, think about it. No, this is.
I don't want to think about it anymore.
No, you're right.
I'm over it.
I was gonna say, think about it, Republicans, how it could benefit you, but it was an even darker, more terrible.
I don't
joke.
want to go down the. I don't.
No.
I know. Over the abortion.
Yeah, you're right. It was a terrible one. So, but to cap it off, the royal family's racist. Piers Morgan is racist.
Yep.
And Arkansas is racist.
Way to go.
Yep.
Way to go.
This has been the light roast.
Nice and light. Nice and light.
I mean, it was light on the roasting, but just heavy-handed in the subject matter.
Yeah.
The roasting didn't go that well.
Well, this past week was some shit going down.
I don't. It's dark times. It's dark times right now. I mean,
yeah.
I guess we could have some positive things. The coronavirus numbers are going down.
Dude, that's a good thing.
Yep,
that's a good thing.
They've been going down. Yep, more than something. Yep. I saw something. I've been trying not to pay too much attention and get my hopes up too much, because it looks every time they're like, we're doing better, then it's like, everything's gonna die, and so I'm just like keeping my head down until I can get the shots.
Yeah. It's hard to really just focus on the facts, because there's just so much hype and narrative around all of it that it's hard to know exactly what to really pay attention to. Is it the numbers? Is it deaths? Is it cases? Is it bans being lifted? No, it's definitely not that.
Right.
That doesn't mean shit. That's just Republicans being fucking fools.
Right.
But whatever. Go kill yourselves. And your friends.
I mean, fucking hey, whoever
fuck
stands,
them, right? Because who cares?
Whoever stands between them and the money, like,
yeah.
Well, wait a minute, we were gonna profit off of that.
Yeah.
That was gonna give me my new boat. It's gonna get me that was gonna be my next trip to Cancun. This was that money. I need that money.
They were draining that Medicare fund anyway. Draining that government money.
Or like you get that Steve Mnuchin. I just don't see how it's fair to pay people more than they would make working to stay home. I just don't see how that's fair to me.
Yep, privileged rich fuck. Was his whole life.
How is that fair to help people eat? How is that? That doesn't. Then what am I gonna jerk off to? I don't see how that's fair to me.
He's one that's got some really fucking horrible kinks, I'm sure.
Oh, dude, that guy.
I can feel it. That one, he's got some really dark shit.
Yeah, he looks nerdy on the outside, but that dude's like, I feel like that guy likes to choke people, like with instruments.
He gives me Gimp vibes or something. I think he wants to like be the Gimp or.
Nah, that's a sadist right there. That's a sadist. He loves hurting people. Loves it.
No, I don't. I think he wants to be the Gimp.
You think so?
I think he actually wants to. Yeah, he does. But I think that's what I'm saying. When he actually gets to the place of getting like his real deep needs met, and I mean that's his outward projecting energy as he's a sadist. But I think sometimes like behind the scenes they they pay people to flip the switch on, and they go into GIMP mode.
I mean, I get that, but I think them real sadists though, they don't ever want to be dominated.
No, that's true.
Those real psychopaths. That's what I think he is. I mean, I think he's like, it was either like government or serial killer. Like I think it was one of those two options was going to be it for Steve Mnuchin. Like it's like either I'm gonna rob the American people or I'll stab homeless guys in alleys.
Old Millhouse.
Oh, that fucking that's Chris Wallace. Chris Wallace is Fox News Millhouse.
Yep, he's a Millhouse.
He looks like Millhouse in the face, and he has the same shaped nose.
Yeah, and a little comb over. Yeah,
I like Chris Wallace's voice and general approach to being on Fox.
Yes.
Chris Wallace.
Sunday evening with Chris Wallace.
I love how
his dad was the shit too. Apparently,
was he?
Mm-hmm. Really famous.
Yeah.
Journalist and did a lot of TV.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's in his blood.
He was probably better than Chris Wallace just because there wasn't Fox, so he didn't work for him. Fox compromises people.
Oh yeah, but I mean, think about what a journalist was going through fucking 50 years ago.
I mean, hey,
even worse.
Look, I don't know. I have nothing for that. I thought I had something. But,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, he might have.
Just the old white people.
I mean, there might be like he might have like six of his least popular articles that might get canceled if we looked through them.
Oh, for sure.
If he was like reporting on Korea or something like that.
Oh yeah.
It can get bad real quick. I've enjoyed the coffee today.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the blend. The blend.
Yes.
I like the blend. You got to do the tickle the balls when you do the blend.
That's the ball tickle.
That's the ball tickler.
The cupping and the
the cupping and the massaging.
Yeah, and the fingering.
You got to finger the balls. You got to finger the balls.
Yeah.
Well, all right. We're an hour and 48 minutes into this stream.
Yay.
So we should get punished if we went over an hour 30. The stream's been up for a while. We're an hour 40 right here. So unless you got something else.
That was fun. I don't know. I've enjoyed this today.
Yeah.
Cool.
This has been a fun one.
Yeah.
This has been a fun one.
Yeah.
Yeah. One more time. Everybody's racist, and both here and across the pond, darling. I just one more time, just on the royal family, dude. It's fucking it's us. I say
that drama's not over.
Aren't you worried the child's skin may be slightly darker pink than your own? but his hair will be auburn brown.
But father,
am I gonna have to play with the mixed breed baby? No, son, nonsense. We would never. Don't worry.
Poppycock.
Poppycock. Oh man! Don't let it near the other children. It might rub off.
Everyone except for that one family photo.
I just love that.
Just not that one. Not that one.
No, not that one. Not that one. Put it over that way. Unless I don't know, Andrew. Do you want it? No, it's too dark for me. I don't.
Yeah, well, your brother's responsible. Get him in the picture, but not that one.
Bring it back to me when it's 12. We'll see if I've changed my mind.
Bring it back with a stronger back.
Yeah. Oh man.
Put it to work.
They're like, they're trying to give it Andrew. Can you bleach it for me? I might have it then. Put it on an island. Wait till it's till it's sprouting, and I'll take another look.
Cleanse the body with bleach, you say, Trump.
Oh my God.
I think he's on to something.
I just love how they're like, dude, have you guys not figured out that you're like batting for the wrong team? Protect Andrew, but expel Harry, We got to cover up for Andrew, but Harry, get that fucker out of here. Like, Harry, the guy who went and like fought for his country when he didn't have to. like gave up like his
sure.
riches and comfort and was like,
Sure.
oh, my brethren and countrymen are in trouble. I must
Right.
fight for them.
Right.
Meanwhile, Andrew's on a secluded island, fucking a 13-year-old with a billionaire. It's like, party it up. And then when they come for him, they're like, oh no, we must protect our son.
I have no knowledge.
And then Harry's like, I'm sorry, mother, I've married a Negro. What? You're banished now and forever. And the only reason he has any money is because Diana left him money. She's yeah. But of course though, like when he started talking about that, he's like, I didn't know where I was going to get the money from. Thank goodness my mother left some money behind for me. And I'm like, oh, so you're still rich. How nice for you.
Of course.
Yeah, God forbid you would have had to get a job, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's as much as I'm like, I'm coming out in a side that sounds like defense for Harry and Meghan. It's still not. Like I still don't care about them. I'm just making fun of the family for being more racist than they are.
Yeah, I'm sitting over here. I'm the fucking hey, thanks for the follow. I'm the Michael Jackson eating popcorn meme over here, just like yes, I'm ready for this drama. Let's watch it go down.
I'm just like,
sorry, y'all's lives are fucked, but I'm ready to watch it.
Their lives aren't fucked though. You know what I mean? Look. If you're talking about,
you're totally right.
If you're talking about how fucked your life is on Oprah, unless you're somebody like the girl who was
right.
who was like a human trafficking slave from the time she was born until
right.
she was like 28, right? And now she's like, well, I have DID, but I guess things have worked out. Yeah, your life was fucked.
Right.
Harry and Meghan, your life is not fucked.
No, yeah. What do they get? So what's the point of actually doing this whole thing? It's to keep them socially relevant and so that they get paid to show up and do like speaking events and gigs and shit going down the road. It's because if they leave the royal family, they have zero skills at this point other than she's an actress, like that they can rely on for them to really do much of anything. So they've just got money to spend and no other relevance to the world.
Pretty much. Well,
right?
but I do see the legitimacy in like just talking about this to the press in the sense of the family was basically just trying to keep them from having any opportunity to do anything and shutting them out and actively, abusing them. And it just got to a point where they're like, oh, you think that we're just, and I know this game. Oh, y'all think that we're just going to keep your secrets for you because that's what y'all do.
Right.
But what we could do is just talk about it. And then your whole game stops.
Yeah.
All we have to do is just go on TV and talk about it and then you're done. You're done. It's over. You're done. Now everything
so will the drama will they go on from here? Are they just going to keep talking about this publicly? Is it going to be this ongoing drama? That's what I'm saying. What's the point of doing that if they really want to
they're
separate from
because they're trying to get them to back up off of them. Is from what I understood from Harry. Is like basically they're harassing us and
going publicly with this information does what exactly?
Puts a lot of pressure on them
to do what?
To now they've got to deal with this shit.
What's
in the public eye.
What are the consequences? Clearly, they had an opportunity to address this privately behind the scenes. They allowed this to go public. They clearly don't give a fuck. I don't think the royal family and the institution gives a fuck.
What I'm saying is
this isn't hurting them.
I don't think I mean it like that.
Okay.
What I'm saying is when you are being abused by a group of people who are more powerful than you are, what enables them to keep doing it is that they and everyone else they've done it to keep quiet about it.
I agree with that.
The moment you speak about that, their game ends.
Sure.
They have to stop doing that to you because now there are eyes looking at them. And then what also happens is other people start to step forward and make claims about that.
I think that's wishful thinking. I don't.
No.
I think.
I think
on the normal grand scale of things, that's true. But when you're talking about the royal family, one of the biggest, most established groups and families ever, I think this game is a little bit different with them.
A little bit.
You're not just
a little bit, but
it's not like a guy on Facebook getting called out and now all of a sudden anything he says is getting scrutinized by a bunch of people and cancel that guy. No, this is like one of the most powerful groups of people ever.
Right.
So
but
threatening that or acting like you're gonna like pull some like public
here's where
social move to try to get them to do something good or to back off is like, I think that's wishful thinking. That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
the game's not up just because you call out the most powerful group. They're like, fuck you, we'll fucking do whatever we want.
Okay.
We don't fucking care.
But we were just talking about this earlier, right? We were talking about the death of Princess Di, right?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, I mentioned it. I don't think we're talking about it.
Well, we mentioned it. We spoke about it for a moment,
Okay.
right? In the larger framework of conspiracies against people that people in power did not like, right? What Harry was saying was that his mother was always afraid, and he was now afraid that he was going to end up like her. Were his words, right?
Yeah.
Now there is a public story about the royal family.
That's fair.
That's cover. That's protection.
That's fair.
Right?
I just thought that had already happened.
Not like it had now.
Okay.
I mean, it was kind of like, oh yeah, we know they're not happy about, but what he came out and was like, hey, I'm afraid for our lives because it's not just they don't like us.
I thought he'd already come out and said that, but I guess not.
Not that I thought. I thought it was
not.
Before it was just like, oh yeah, they're racist, and everyone was like, well yeah.
Okay.
Right.
See, I had a different sort of foundation of what I thought had already happened.
Right.
And again, I'm over here on the side of how is this a surprise to anybody? How is this fucking dumbass thinking like this is a surprise to him that he's now getting death threats or that he's afraid for his life? You fucking idiot. Like, why am I talking to the camera like he's fucking watching right now?
God damn it, Harry, you idiot. Right. Well, but like I think that was Meghan's move. I think she pushed for that, and the reason I think that is because I've been in her position,
She pushed for which part?
For this whole Oprah thing that they just did. I can imagine that. I think she pushed for that to happen.
Sure.
Because she would know that position that she's in. She's played that game before, I imagine, because I've played it a couple of times, and that's why I held on to that, for a moment. As I go, I've been in a situation where it was my only weapon. It was the only thing I had was okay, but it's like, all right, you guys can keep doing this secret move shit you're doing to me, and you can keep trying to discredit me, and you can keep accusing me of things that aren't true, and you can keep lying about me and whatever. But once I can prove that you worked with you to fuck my shit up, well, now you guys have another problem to deal with. You have whatever overseeing body or whatever superior you have.
That's what I'm saying. Well, there aren't any.
Well,
it's just the public eye.
Well, if something happens to them, then no, they still have law enforcement to deal with.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, they
Absolutely.
don't. No, they don't. The
Not
royal family
way.
does not have fucking police to deal with if they fucking murder somebody. No, they don't, bro.
You're saying okay.
No.
Okay. We're speaking.
Trump can kill somebody on 5th fucking Avenue, man. I'm telling you, he can do it.
But there wouldn't be There wouldn't be nothing. There wouldn't be nothing. There would be some hiding and some explaining and some lawyering and a whole lot of shit to do.
Not with the royal family.
I mean, okay. If
the Queen came out and shot somebody in the middle of the road, maybe. But
that's okay. But even if
that's not how it goes down. So
it's not how it goes down. But still.
But I know that if you paint the narrative now that this is what's happening, and all of a sudden one of them shows up injured or dead or something, then it's like. But my point is, what do we feel like that's going to lead to?
There's a reason Andrew got nervous and sweaty on camera and lied his ass off. If it didn't matter, he would have been like, yeah, I was there hanging out, fuck some girls, whatever. But instead he was like, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking. I don't remember that picture. I've never seen it. But you're in it. I've never seen the picture, but you're in the picture.
But they're attacking because he's an individual. Because they're attacking an individual, not the institution as a whole. They are on camera talking about the whole family.
But what they said on camera was that they were choosing not to name specific individuals now. That's a clear. I mean, like, I get what you're saying about them being insulated. I don't think anybody's completely untouchable whose names we know. Right? I don't think anybody who's in the public eye that we know is completely untouchable. I think that there are untouchable people. I don't think we know who they are because that's how you stay untouchable.
Well, what happened to the prince that got accused? Nothing, right?
Well, right, but
nothing.
Well, right, because he was able to. Because
it didn't mean shit.
Yeah, it didn't mean shit. But if it really didn't mean shit,
he wouldn't lie about it. He'd be out if
It's
they were
the easiest out. Because there's no real pressure.
out of
He's
what?
just like
If there's nothing, then why have an out?
Because
what I'm saying is that it's not nothing. There's still some shit they got to deal with.
Sure,
and if they can name a specific individual, and if they
his
can
friends don't want to hang out with him if he's actually like having sex with young girls. Like even at the high level, only the people who are willing to help you get your need met are willing to acknowledge that that's in some sense okay, but everyone else is still acting like, even if they're into some shady shit and they're into fucking whoever, like they're still going to criticize you publicly, and they're going to want to distance themselves from you. You know, his other rich socialites in his upper class, but is he going to go to prison? I mean,
if someone can prove that he had sex with a minor, yeah, he's going to fucking prison.
No, he's not.
Okay.
No, he's not.
I don't think he's going to prison, but I don't think anyone's going to be able to
Trump and Epstein proved it, and they fucking had sealed documents, and they didn't go to jail. They just paid a fine, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Someone proved it about Epstein, and Epstein wound up in a prison cell where he then wound up murdered. So clearly, there's some kind of what I'm saying is this. Those powers that be still have a vested interest in not being 100% outed for the dirt that they're doing. They want to maintain a plausible deniability from their actions. If they didn't want that, then they wouldn't do it. I think, and again,
I think most of the time that's true. Yeah,
I think that is generally true. And again, I'm recognizing the back the fuck up off me move that Meghan Markle made. Maybe it was maybe you're right and it was in vain, but to me that looked calculated. To me that was, hey, y'all keep fucking with me if you want to. I'm gonna start telling names.
Right.
I'll start singing fucking names.
Yeah, it was a threat.
Or you can back up.
Sure.
I think she knew that would be meaningful to them. I think they do have things to lose.
Sure.
I think they have.
Again, I've got a big bucket of popcorn over here,
right.
bro. I'm like, I'll watch this shit go down.
I think they have things to lose. I don't think they're. I mean, of course, it goes without saying that they don't live by the same rules and laws and restrictions that we do. But I do think they still have them. They still have barriers they got to get around, things they'd rather avoid than crash into. And
I can hear it like that. I can hear that for sure, that they definitely would rather avoid this. Clearly he's not going to come out and say yes when it's just as easy to say no.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
I mean, we could tell them, but then we'd have a messy debacle that we'd have to earn the press, darling. We'd have to deal with all the
energy spent saying no, energy spent saying yes.
Moving on and continuing
on.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I could spend tomorrow explaining why I fucked that one kid, or I could go fly out and fuck another one tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Right. You mean there's not going to be an
I've
investigation?
Never seen that picture. What are you talking about?
You mean there's not going to be an investigation? Okay, well then my answer is no.
Yeah, right.
I didn't do that.
Then no. Yeah, right. Exactly.
I like your shirt, by the way. I
Thank
didn't
you.
say that earlier. I was like noticing it. It's like cool.
Yeah, new T-shirt.
New one.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Ordered from this website called Shine. I think it's like SHEIN.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I like this one. It's a good graphic.
It's got a very Salvador Dali kind of just like the water sort of dripping off the page.
Right.
Things.
Yeah. Reminds you of like the dripping
it's not
clocks.
Full Dali. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's
not full Dali.
No.
It's not. There's no Hitler support in it, so it's not full Dali. There's no support for fascism and there's no active abuse of women in here, so it doesn't have quite that Dali touch. You know. You know. Punch a few young women in the jaw and come in. I don't know if he punched them in the jaw, but he was definitely terrible to them. He was an awful.
Oh shit.
He was an awful human being.
Yeah.
But
I believe it.
Yeah, but he moved colors on a canvas pretty good.
You know.
Yep. Yeah, that was another one of those things that was like, I think that was another one of those like early morning Facebook arguments that I just like rolled right into, where like one of my friends had posted something about Dali or something. And then a black friend of mine was like, Dali was a Hitler-loving fascist who was a piece of shit rapist and like, he's awful. And then of course, Here we go with the fucking left up there, bro. Look at what.
And here we go with some idiot defending some tradition, which is Dali, which is that we've seen Dali everywhere. And how dare you fucking? I grew up liking Dali, and like, oh, how dare you fucking?
Right, and then of course, among the first negative responses to my friend saying this is some white guy calling him a racist. Well, you're just showing how you're racist. How the fuck is that? How is that the same thing? Like, hey, Dali, you can actually read documents where he talked about his love for fascists,
right?
Like, in almost a sexual way, like his love for fascist dictators and leaders, and he expressed it in many different ways here and there. How is it racist to point out of just like, hey, I don't personally support that artist because he's a Hitler-loving rapist fascist,
right?
But of course, nope, that means you're racist against white people,
right?
Okay. Lucifer Morte.
Lucifer, thanks for the follow.
Dead Devil. What's up, Dead Devil? So,
got a few new followers today. That's pretty cool.
Thank
you guys so much.
Thanks
for stopping in.
This is, I mean, I kind of like just I kept going with the episodes. People kept kind of hopping in.
Yeah, shit's flowing.
Is there anybody else in the chat? I must just be reading the chat numbers wrong. It's like always saying 1 for me. But if anybody is here,
yeah, I don't know. When I click on this little button right here, look right here.
Oh, that's
what
all the users. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm looking from,
And I don't know if that's just.
Oh snap! Alexander Deadkin, what's up, dude?
Alexander, I like your name.
Dude, he's awesome, man.
It means defender, guardian.
He's defender. Good. He's good people. I used to run into Alex, all the time at Rotney's show, man. At oh my god, why am I forgetting the name? At Star Bar. I used to run into Alexander at Star Bar all the time, dude. Yeah, man. Dude is just a great supporter of the Atlanta comedy scene here.
Cool.
That's a show I can't wait to come back, man. Is Rotney Presents at Star Bar. Yeah, Star Bar. Hell yeah, that was the spot, man. That was the spot. Good times, hanging out. Yeah, please. Thank you. That was good times. I'm looking forward to those coming back. Yeah, man. Which reminds me, before we call it here, I announced this last week. I do still have 2 shows coming up this weekend, on the 12th and 13th. I believe this episode is going to come out on the 12th, right? That's Friday. That's in 2 days.
Yes.
From today.
Yes.
So yeah, Friday night and Saturday night, I'm going to be on Stand Up and Stuff. It's a show hosted by Bob Place. He is hysterical.
Bob's.
Yeah. Yep. Bob Place. Not Bob's Place.
No, but Bob Place.
But Bob Place. He
I
is
like
the
that.
Yep. He is the place that Bob's. He is the place where you go to Bob.
The place is where Bob is.
Yeah. The place is where Bob is. That's the Bob Place.
Yeah.
It's an awesome show. He's been doing it on and off throughout the pandemic. It's a really big open area, and it's like I think it's 1,000-seater, and they're only doing like 200 capacity or something like that. Super high ceilings.
COVID free.
And they have and they invested in like a special air filtration system that cleans all that shit out. So, I mean, still mask up and stay away from people and all that stuff. But it's an opportunity to go and do something.
Yep.
But that's a fun show. I mean, it's music acts and magic, and it's a whole variety show, and stand up, and so all that stuff. Yeah,
cool.
Man, stand up and stuff. 12th and 13th.
Cool.
At Center Stage.
So that's what you were saying when we were trying to get all the friends together. You were like, I got a gig that I'm going to.
Yes, sweet. That's what it is.
Cool.
Alexander asks, "Are you still doing the bad news skits?" I'm not doing them. I'm just not doing them right now. So yeah, I basically at the end of the year last year, I decided to. Let me tell the audience, right? So for the audience, I produce and host a show called Bad News. It's it's your news parody, political satire type of a show. Not too far from this one, but I play a character. His name is Bill Boner. That's Boner spelled like Boehner, Boehner, but I just have always thought that name was hilarious.
I love it.
I'm like, this guy's name is Boner Boehner. He calls it Boehner, but it's Boner. So I created Bill Boner. He reports on bad things happening bad stories about bad things happening reported badly, bad news, and
it's good.
I did it.
I love it.
I did it from April Fool's Day all the way to the end of the year this past year, and it is hard to do one of those shows by yourself, to write it, shoot it, act in it, edit it, do all the graphics and all that stuff. It is a full-time job, which I was not ready for when I started that.
Right.
So I had to give myself a break. I wanted to start this show and get this off the ground. But yes, I'm working on some of the graphic elements of Bad News right now. I'm trying to update them a little bit, but it will be coming back within the next couple of weeks. I've been saying that for like 2 months now, but really, it should be coming soon, Alexander.
Yeah. If you need some help, I can work on it with you.
Yeah. I would love that. I would love that.
Yeah, awesome. All right.
I need some help.
All right.
Need some help.
I'll be your friend.
But yeah. So, anybody else? Any questions, comments, thoughts from the chat? Because otherwise, I'm gonna go ahead and call it.
Yeah.
I mean, we know we got about a 30-second delay.
Yeah, sure.
On this.
Yep.
So I'll wait for a second. Alexander, I know you kind of got a new start recently. You just relocated, didn't you? Didn't you just get out of the city? I think you were close to here. And tell me if I'm talking too much inside stuff online.
Don't dox me, bro.
Up in them suburbs now, man. Lawrenceville.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, up there in Lawrenceville.
85.
Yep. I don't mind it up there. I was in Duluth before I moved down to. I'm in like Candler Park or Candler area. Chambly. Sorry, not Candler. Chambly. Candler is where I got the hell out of. Decatur was greater.
Right.
Yeah.
Candler Park's a nice neighborhood.
Candler Park's a nice neighborhood, but then like not that far from it, it gets like not that nice.
That's true. Oh yeah, it's quick. That's real quick.
He says I miss Little Five, but it's quieter here. Yeah, man. I'm gonna be honest. Like I enjoyed my time in Little Five. Yeah, less mass shootings. Yeah, that's a good point. I enjoyed my time in Little Five. I worked in Little Five for a while, but I don't miss living there, man. I don't miss being there all the time. Even just having to work there after a while, it's like you get to know too many of the like grifters, and they know who you are, and you're like, I'm just trying to walk to work, man.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not trying to be one of your regulars.
Come on, dude. Come on, man. I'm like, look, dude, I know you're like tripping or on crack or both or whatever, but like, can you just like, come on, bro. Like, just go. I just can't. Can you not hallucinate at me right now? Like, can you just? All right. You're going to show me your dick before okay. All right. It's 9 a.m.
There's your dick.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. No, I don't have any money. I don't have any money for you. I don't have any money. Like, yeah, I don't miss Little Five at all. And the combination of like that and then like really people from places like Lawrenceville and like and Smyrna and like stuff coming in. They're like, hey, we're in the weekend. We're going slumming.
We're going Little Five.
Hey, we're down here where all the cool city people are.
Hell yeah.
And then sometime I'm
gonna go to Psycho Sisters and buy something weird T-shirt or something. Oh my god!
And then they come in there and I'm in there. They're like, hey, you look weird. Show me what some weird stuff is to wear. Hey, what are you anyway? Huh? What are you?
Are you a real punk rocker? Are you?
I didn't think y'all could be punk rockers. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Alexander said, I'm gonna go to the vortex and puke on the sidewalk.
Right.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, the vortex should just build a trough next to their sidewalk.
Yeah,
just like
with some running water.
Yeah, dude. Just they should build a runoff chute for puke, dude. That's what I mean. Yeah, I was pretty much at the. What's funny is like I basically just relocated from like one vortex to the other one. So if any of you guys know Atlanta,
that Midtown vortex scene is totally different than the Little Five scene.
But it's just as insane. It's just as absolutely insane. I've seen the. First of all,
the attitudes of the staff is the same.
The exact same. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Get away from me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless you become a regular and you get to know one or two of them and you're cool, then they're the coolest fucking people in the world.
Yep.
By the way, my Vortex staff from Midtown, I miss you guys.
Nice disclaimer there.
So much. I do. I miss them. You don't understand. I would just basically I just walk into. First of all, it's a red and black bar covered in skulls and crazy shit every day. Hi, Jason and Damian. Name is Megan from Megan from Fairfax. What? Hey, you guys. That is my oldest friend. Like, she's 90. No, I'm just kidding. She is my
Poofy, welcome.
That's my longest friend. That is awesome. I feel 90 some days. I feel that. Alexander asked, do you still work at Laughing Skull, or did COVID kill that? And the answer to that is no. Is the simple one answer word to that. If you want to talk about that in person someday, I am willing to. No, I'm no longer employed
His
at
lawyers
the
told him
Laughing
to say
Skull.
that.
No, man, just
Totally
man, things happen the way they happen, and people have disagreements. But I love the Skull still, and I love the people over there, and so it's whatever. I don't work for them as an employee anymore. I still perform there.
Yep.
I still have close relationships with just about everybody there. Bob, who's the manager there, we still talk all the time. He'll just call me up randomly in the middle of, hey baby, what do you think about this? And
come over to my place
now, and hey, I'm doing this bit now, and what do you think? This is cool, and we talk about stuff, or I'll tell him some, oh hey, I love the last bad news and shit. So I'm hoping to be back there at the Skull sometime this month too. I'm still waiting on my dates for the Skull this month, but I'm supposed to be back there too. They're doing like 20-person max capacity shows. So that's a much smaller place. So it's still the Skull who is linked to the stand-up and stuff show that's at Center Stage. That's all them too. But yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, but the Vortex though, right? Like, this is, you don't understand. Like, I basically got to walk into work every day into this, like, cool, just, it's my aesthetic, black and red, covered in skulls, crazy stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
Music,
kind
like,
of a punk rock and metal edge to the place a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I walk in and it's
divey.
Like, and it's either like, Pantera is like blasting at full volume, or it's like Biggie, or like, you know what I mean? Just something where I'm just walking and I'm like, yeah,
this is where I want to work.
That's what I'm talking about, right? And then I get greeted just by like a team of just beautiful women who are just incredibly nice to me all day, all night long, and just want to like serve me booze and hug me, and they're just like, hi Damian, your curls look good today. And I'm just like, this is too much. I miss working there. And everybody was cool there. The dudes were cool there too. There was it was a fun place to be, and everybody, it's just all wildness and, inappropriateness and bad jokes and just crazy stuff going on.
I've heard people talking recently as if we're just never going to get back to a people getting together and having wild times place. And yes, we are. Yes, we fucking are, y'all. We're going to get back there. We're getting really close.
It's coming.
We can re-manifest these things. A good opportunity to get your A game together for how fucking awesome of a time we're going to have when we get together. Fucking get some cool shit planned up. Now's the time.
Right. Okay, so look. I've tried to do this a couple of times.
Do it.
We're at 2 hours and 10 minutes in.
All right.
So, if you are watching on YouTube, we appreciate you. Please like and subscribe for more content. We post clips here as well as full episodes. If you want to hang out with us on chat, hit us up at twitch.tv/thelightroast, and you can follow us there to see when we're going to be live and, hang out with us on the fly. We're going to hang out on Twitch a little bit longer. We do extended shows here on Twitch. So, again, follow us on Twitch and check that stuff out. Otherwise, this has been a great episode. It's been wonderful to join you as always.
Same with you.
The coffee has been. We didn't talk about the coffee much, but it's been a good blend.
Yeah.
It's been a good.
Yeah.
It's a good blend.
It was more of like the internal experience of the coffee today, not so much the beans of the process.
That's true.
It's more like I just needed the energy of it and my own
Yeah, I needed to pick me
personal
up.
experience. Yeah, pick me. Yeah,
I needed to pick me up, and we got to read the back of the bag. We read the mission, right? It was a fun, folksy mission. A good cup of meticulously made coffee.
Yes,
it's bitter and bright.
Fresh from
but it's not dark and it's not sour.
Moldy north side of the farm. Here we go again.
Yeah, I know. Going off on a tangent. All right, guys. So one more time, I'm Damian Turner.
Jason Jones.
And thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
See ya.